Lasagna?
Okay.
Lasagna kind of thing?
Yeah.
And it's time once again for Tuesday Night Gaming! And here we are this evening with everybody and a few extras as we're doing our continuation of our werewolf campaign.
Meow.
Dale has shifted into the proper form in order to run the game. And extra people we have tonight is Miss Bobbi and
Miss Rhonda.
Miss Rhonda. All right, I was getting there. I'm processing slow tonight, I guess.
Miss Dennis.
Miss Dennis. If you go to our TikTok page, you'll see the character introductions for everybody here playing tonight, who they're playing and what's going on, so you can kind of follow along and know what's happening. But past that, we are now live, good to go. See y'all, hang out, see what we're gonna do.
Woo! Woo!
All right.
Oh, we forgot to do the introduction thing, didn't we?
We'll go ahead and do the introduction.
Well, Dale would do the introduction.
Oh, the introduction? Okay, so basically the story so far, a real quick sum up. There's a lupus guru named He Who Sees the Ways. He's a very wise guru, and he knows about this prophecy that's been going around. He's a very prominent believer in it, that there was supposed to be a child born that would either unite all the tribes and avert the apocalypse, and even unite the other changing or the other supernatural races, or would bring about the apocalypse sooner. He is of the believer, and the way he's interpreted it is this child will unite everyone. It will basically, this child will unite the Guru. It will actually help the vampires cope with Gehenna and all that stuff. So he has spent the last several years trying to track down this child. Well, one of the group has found this child and is caretaking her and has shown her the way of the Gurus with some other Guru that he's traveled with. So Chiquana, over there, the Silent Strider, has found this young girl named Nicole. She's about 8, and she is also a Silent Strider. And he has been kind of protecting her. She was kind of a lost cub. He has been protecting her and showing her the ways of the Guru. In his travels with her, even before this, he has met a couple other Guru, namely Kayim and Mad Jack Mayhem. They are both Get of Fenris metis. They've led very harsh lives, locked in cages and used for various purposes by other Get, and they have escaped and are now looking to make their way in the world. They are both metis, and they are both mates, which is not against the litany, but they travel with Chiquana and are protecting this girl, and she has learned everything there is to know about werewolves, so now she is going to go learn from the vampires. And there are some characters from another campaign that are vampires, and the prince is a gangrel, which is very similar to Guru in an aspect. And this prince has actually united 2 tribes of Guru that live in her area, which is unusual. So this is the best place for Nicole to go to learn from the vampires, and she'll have Guru there to protect her as well. So, Jack, Kayim, and Chiquana are escorting Nicole at He Who Sees the Ways' behest to this town of Enlightenment where the vampires live. He wants them to meet at this certain area.
No.
Meanwhile, He Who Sees the Ways has actually encountered other Guru. He has met Ranbir, the Stargazer, metis. He has met River, the Gurahl, the Werebear, and he has met Kialee, the Bastet, who is coelacanth, which is very unusual because there are different connections to other supernatural creatures that her race knows. There are going to be... They've all met in this clearing, okay, and unbeknownst to them, they're all meeting He Who Sees the Ways. So the 3 travelers who were the original pack have now met 3 others, and they've all just kind of met.
Well, I don't think we've technically met.
Looked at They haven't even said their names yet, but they've
murdered together. It's close.
Yeah. They've heard gunshots off in a clearing in the distance, and when they went up there, there was something moving, running from a bunch of hunters who were basically drunk and belligerent, And
Bunch
what?
of rednecks.
Yeah, basically rednecks.
I don't know
And
what you're talking about.
what they
You don't
discovered
believe your
was
ones?
the creature they were hunting was he who sees the ways, who is far outnumbered. So they kind of interjected.
Oh, wow.
Chiquana has entered the Umbra with Nicole to kind of keep her safe and kind of watch things from the other side. River and Cam went to basically
ran down
to find out what was going on.
ran
and
him down to find
recognized it was he who sees the ways, so they're with him. Or no, I'm sorry.
No,
River and Kylie
Kylie, yeah.
did that. And Jack and Cam and Ranbir have just burst into the clearing.
And pretty much slayed everybody.
Well, no, they've killed like 3 people so far.
We-
There's like 12
we
hunters.
each took one down.
Okay. What I'm going to say, for ease of purpose, is basically Bupu and Winnebago. You guys have been just kind of wandering the area. This takes place in like Colorado. So you've probably just been looking for a place to kind of camp out for the night. Probably just getting settled, and just over a hill, not too far away, you hear gunshots, and you're like, what the? Somebody's interrupting your sleep. And then you probably hear a howl and a roar, which you easily know that's Gurahl.
Okay.
And it probably draws you to whatever's going on. You are an Arun, correct?
A what?
An Arun?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're probably like, okay, that is a call for battle. So you've probably gone right there to it.
Okay.
Bupu, you are probably kind of wandering in the area, just looking for a place to go, probably kind of in the middle of like, well, what do I want to do now?
Try to find something to get into, so to speak.
Pretty
Does Bupu
much.
have
Looking
an
for
auspice?
secrets. Well, the catfolk don't have auspices.
They don't? Okay.
She's basically Twilight. For
Which is just like Kylie.
yeah. They basically have day, twilight, and night.
Oh, God, there's
As
2
their-
cats in the group. We're screwed.
So they sparkle, is what you're saying.
Different Twilight.
Oh,
Meow.
So, Bupu, you are probably, are you homid or you feline?
I don't. Did we?
originally.
You were
She's
homid.
homid.
Oh,
She's
that's
homing.
what I was thinking.
So you were probably in the area, saw some hunters or some men camped out, and you're like, you know, I'm just going to avoid that for right now, but maybe keep an eye on it. So you probably went to feline
things in the
form
manly
to
form.
kind of hide out in the bushes and just kind of watch, and then this broke loose, and you're like, whoa! And before you could really think about what to do, you probably saw a wolf being chased by these guys, and a bear and another Bastet
Okay.
chase him down. And probably about 20 yards from you is where they have stopped, and they're like, you been talking to each other. Now, when you're in feline and lupus, you're not really like, hey, chum, how's it going? This is a Dr. Dolittle movie. But you can communicate through like body language, grunts, growls.
Would
So
those 2
Give you the
races
wrong
be able to
dice.
communicate in a specific way?
they would be a lot easier to understand each other. For you, if you like
definitely hit that.
hunker down, put your ears back, they'd be like, okay, I think he's suspicious. But
Right.
if you two do those body movements, it's like you automatically know. Just like Gurahl. If the Gurahl are communicating that way, you'll get the basics, but there might be nuances that you might miss. So just think of it as when
Something
you
like how
see
you wanna
another race,
communicate, 'cause I know
it's
all
like the
about
old
cat body
Indian
language.
movies. How me go that way, you know, that kind of thing is what you understand.
We're all like,
And of course, in homid form, you just speak like normal. Same with Glabro, you can speak like normal. The in between, the
Actually,
Hispo
theirs
is
because they actually have different names for their.
yeah, they do.
Because it's what Sakto instead of Glabro.
Yeah,
The Krynos is the same, and then
Chatro.
Chatro and Feline.
so your Chatro and their Hispo is like the dire, like the giant wolf, the dire wolf, and you
Or
guys are probably like
big cat.
saber-toothed tigers about the size of
Kind
a
of like
lion.
a tomcat.
More like a lion in that form. You're
Okay.
huge. And the Krynos, of course, is the big man beast, and for that, it's the same kind of communication.
What kind of man beast?
You can basically
A man.
communicate to each
A man
other
beast.
almost through like movements. So just talk like you normally would. You don't have to act that part out. But when you're all in Krynos, if you're trying to interact with anybody else, like a human, it's basically
Is it magic?
Hulk.
It's supposed to be.
Me hungry, let's go. You can say a couple words. If you want to have a sentence, you got to spend a willpower point to get the point across. So, but otherwise, you know, amongst yourselves, you're fine.
Phone on me.
Actually, something else I had noticed when I was helping her with the character is the Krynos and the Chatro form both have delirium, not just
Yeah.
Krynos.
Yeah. So, to explain the delirium once again, when you are in a form, you may cause delirium in humans, which is going to take place at the beginning of this battle because the hunters have just seen you. So if you're hominid, if you're lupus or feline, it's like, okay, even glabro, you're just big, you're kind of hulking out.
Still look human.
But you can pass for human. Just really big, bulky, ugly human, but you still pass. So when people see that, they're like, what the? They don't freak out. Now the delirium kicks in for wolves and your hispo form, the big dire wolf. People freak, obviously, but they'll be like, whoa, that is one big freaking dog. I don't backing up. They'll still have fear, but it's not delirium. What the delirium does is it reacts to them. They either fight or flight. And most of the time, after it's done, they will rationalize everything. So in those movies where they're like, it was a wolf. You know, it was just a wolf. Even though you see the big Krynos man beast, it's like, well, it must have been an animal attack or something. It was some maniac let loose from the local asylum. That's how the werewolves and changing breeds have survived this long. When they go to Krynos, the human mind can't comprehend it. And in way back in early times, like cavemen and even into the Dark Ages, you guys fed on humans. I mean, the Impergium, which is something that the werewolves did to keep the population down. So all those stories in the Dark Ages where it's like, oh, he was taken into the woods and eaten by wolves, and they're dangerous, and they're man-eaters and stuff. Well, that was happening. Because the Gurahl were like, okay, you're getting too many, we got to cull the herd a bit. So you had no compunctions about it. Nowadays, that's different. But that innate memory in humans has always been there. So when you shift to Krynos, they recognize you are an alpha predator, and I am prey. And their mind snaps, and half the time they react differently.
And their underwear spoils.
Yes, their underwear is
Yeah, but what's
usually
that say?
Underwear.
poop lagoon by that point.
Poop lagoon!
Now, strangely enough, as a note,
This is what?
that for the
Forest
Bastets,
friend.
the
That's what I thought.
Krynos is only a lessened delirium.
Yeah.
And our Chatro, which is the between Krynos and the feline, is a full delirium.
Okay. So, which is weird because your Krynos form, it's almost like people are more, and the way I see it is your Chatro form, the Hispo, like the saber-tooth thing, that's how you fed on humans back then. I mean, saber-tooth tigers eating people, you know, that kind of thing. That's where all those memories come from. But when you go to your cat form, the way I see it, it's a lessened delirium because you are more graceful. And it's almost like if you imagine seeing a cat werecat, you're like, wow, that's frightening, but it's actually kind of pretty and graceful. And it calms them a little bit more. Whereas if you see a werewolf that's snarling at you, it's a lot different to see a cat. You're like, oh, I think it's mad. A werewolf growls at you, you're like, I'm fucking dead. Eat me. So, but for you guys, that Chatro form is how you hunted humans more than the Krynos. So that's why I see that as a lessened delirium.
No, that's full delirium.
No, I mean the Krynos is a lessened delirium.
Yeah, Krynos
Yeah.
is lessened.
The Chatro is how you hunted humans. That's why they reacted to delirium to that form. Because that's how you probably took them out. So,
Mike, are we getting anybody on there?
okay.
Actually, and also as far as delirium goes, I did pick up the flaw of pierced veil, so I don't induce delirium at any point.
Oh, okay.
So Ranbir does not.
Interesting. But
Of course, at this point,
if
specifically
you
in
meet
this
somebody on your
situation-
own, then they'd be like, wow, that guy's
We're
freaking, what is
creating
that?
enough delirium for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. These two are probably going to be like, oh, by the way, don't even pay attention to him.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay, important question. What phase is the moon?
Half moon.
You said it was a gibbous.
Waxing
Oh, gibbous
or waning?
moon. Gibbous moon.
Three quarters.
I
Yeah.
said waxing or waning.
gibbous is waxing.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's a gibbous moon right now, which is the 3/4 moon. So is anybody a gibbous auspice? Does anybody have that?
No.
If you have an auspice.
Don't see it.
What?
You don't.
Yeah.
That would be your twilight is what for you.
Oh.
So you know
Auspice
Rhonda?
is a werewolf thing.
Yeah, it's the phase of the moon that the werewolf is part of. So like a full moon is the warrior, the gibbous moon is kind of a poet,
Okay.
a creative person, a philodox is the half moon, they're the judge. The theurge is the crescent
Either
moon,
we
they
raise it
enter
a
the
little bit
umbra,
so they can
and
be heard
or
a
the
little better,
is the
or we take these
crescent
down.
moon, and the new moon or no moon
Because
is
they're getting
Ragabash, the trickster. So
I can hear him, but not
Well,
as
they
loud.
haven't been talking very loud yet.
Right.
They've been whispering to each other.
No, I'm just saying when I hear.
So yeah, I'm a rune, so I'm
He's
full
a-
moon.
right.
That should help a little
That
bit.
should be,
Big
that
box
should be
out of the
good.
way.
Yeah. Perfect.
As a cat, you don't
Gotta
have
get
the
this
auspice.
big box off the table.
Yeah.
You
I
got
think
the
I was
twilight.
just blocking it right there.
Okay.
It's like
It was hard to hear
too.
Dennis. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to pick up where we left off. You are going to be
Naked?
like 20 yards from these guys,
You,
and we're going to split this
Oh,
back
I'm
and
so
forth
excited.
because
I'll
there's
fix
two
my
different things
nipples are
going on.
tingling
So
now.
I will probably have them roll to notice
But it's
you,
3 and 3.
and then we'll
so
go from there.
strange.
It's a rivalry in three.
Brad, you pretty much go to investigate what all the hubbub is, and when you get to the clearing, you're going to be kind of not right next to these guys, almost across from them, and you're going to see what's going on, and then you can react however you wish.
Okay.
And I will have these guys roll to see if they even notice you, which probably not very well, not at the moment. So let's go ahead and start with rolls. So Dennis,
love rolls.
Dennis and Rob
Shut up, Mom.
roll perception and alertness, and I'm going to say your target number is. Rhonda, are you trying to sneak up, or are you? Because you obviously see a Bubasti. But are you still trying to sneak up, like you don't want to spook anybody, or how
Right.
you-
I don't want to spook anyone, and I don't want to cause attack on myself.
Okay, so you're just kind of calmly.
Right. I'm just
Okay.
kind of observing for a
So
moment.
for you guys, make it a
Down to the
target
breast
number
with
of
their little butt
6.
going.
And you just take the highest die, right?
No.
Oh, you had together?
The way werewolf
forgot.
works, if you remember, roll all your dice.
Right.
However many dots is how many dice you roll.
Right.
Any of them that come up above 6 are successes.
Successes, that's right. I forgot.
And you count how many successes you have. The only thing that cancels those are if you roll a 1, it takes away a success. If you take away all your successes and you still have 1s left, you botched.
And you said something about the tens.
If you roll a 10, count it as 2 successes. Okay? So, did you get any successes?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 successes, and you didn't get any.
My highest was 4, so I didn't get a success ball.
So,
No botches.
he who sees the ways is
Yeah, no
kind of
botches.
panting like, oh my god, that didn't go as planned. You are more concerned about his well-being.
Same here.
But you actually...
I'm actually keeping an eye out behind us because I want to see if they're following him or not.
Okay.
So I've taken guard
Okay,
kind of
well-
behind the whole situation.
Well, as you
Or
do,
overlooking
looking into the clearing,
behind us,
which is the clearing.
coming back where we came from.
Yeah. So as you kind of look that way, your ear pricks up and you hear rustling.
Oh.
You hear rustling almost behind you, not very far.
I will turn towards the sound
Okay.
and glare into the whatever.
And you got 4 successes.
Yes.
You will see what looks like. What form are you in?
Cat form, cat-like,
Feline.
feline
Okay.
form.
You see what looks like a cat.
Black cat.
Oh, black cat. Okay.
Yeah, the Bubasti or
Yeah. And it almost looks like
Panther or just a
no,
black cat?
No,
it
just
looks
a-
like a large house cat,
Okay.
but it's like, oh, nice kitty. But this cat seems to be like purposely like looking at everybody.
So a grizzly bear basically stands up, turns around, looks right at you,
A 14-foot grizzly bear.
and goes,
Kinda,
and goes.
I just kind of hunch back like, what are you doing?
Well, he's not making an aggressive stance. He just cocks his head and looks because he's like, and in his mind he's thinking, "There's so many cats around here.
Somebody.
This is gonna be awesome."
Spay and neuter your pets,
Spay and neuter your pet.
No.
No.
Dennis, you can go ahead and make a perception and alertness roll, target number 4 this time.
But I'm just astutely watching is all I'm doing to see what you're doing.
Okay. I just kind of look back at you.
Okay, I got
Just
2
kinda-
6s and 1, so I got 1 success.
So as you look, and he who sees away is pretty much like, thanks for saving me. Looks behind him. You see that black cat, and you instantly recognize that it's Bastet. You can just tell by the way, how big it is, the way it carries itself, it's Bastet.
It's not a normal.
Okay.
It's not just a kitty.
Meow. Hello.
Hi.
They're going.
Caterwauling.
See, that's way better, because when Brad comes into the clearing, we all have to stop and sniff butts.
Oh shoot, how's Ben? No, I'm gonna be involved for it.
Can I make a perception check to try to decide what breed she is?
Yes, you can.
Perception and...
You know what? Perception and primal urge. Do you have primal urge as a skill? I think they
yes,
do.
I do.
So perception and primal urge, because you're basically sniffing it out.
Looking
Primal
urge.
Target
I
number
got 2
And
successes.
perception.
6.
Well, 2 6s.
So you
Okay, so
four
2
dots
6s.
there,
Yeah.
one
Okay.
up there, you roll
You
5
know it's
dice.
Bastet.
Okay.
The way the feline shape looks,
So do I need to do
it
that?
could
Or-
be
Well,
coelacanth.
That's what Nim goes.
But because you guys are so good at hiding yourselves, you're not 100% sure. But because it looks more like a regular cat and not like, it's obviously not a lion
Now,
or anything.
I should have worn my
for my
fingers.
background, I have
I thought about it.
pal
Okay.
with
That works.
Careful, one of them's falling out, but you can.
the Bubasti.
You have what?
I have pal
What was I gonna say?
with Bubasti.
Okay,
So I'm familiar
in that case,
intimately with
2 successes, I'll give it to you. Yeah, you're thinking it's a definitely
Little more
Bastet.
metis.
Pretty positive that's a coelacanth, just like you.
I got a broken
So.
ear.
Bing! Oh shit.
I got the cat fight. There we go.
It returns like Thor's hammer.
Okay. So in the clearing, we're gonna stop there since you guys have noticed each other. Back in the clearing. Let's see.
4, 3, 5.
What's I gonna look at? Oh yeah.
Why does that say familiar?
So the hunters have basically encountered you. Let's see, Jack pretty much took out one by ripping across his chest really well. I think you headbutted one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And you picked one up and just threw him right on the ground with your jaws because you're in hippo form.
yeah.
Okay. The other hunters pretty much stop, and they're 12, so that leaves 9 left. 4 of them basically like, huh. The other 5 bolt.
Oh, 3, 7.
They're like, oh, and you see them
8,
run.
4, 3, 5.
Some of them run toward, 2 of them run toward the trucks. The other 2 just run away into the woods. They're like
Yeah.
climb, like bumping into trees, smacking leaves. They drop the rifles. They just bolt. They're freaking out bad. The other 2 at least have enough foresight to go to the trucks that direction. And they're like, oh my God. The other 4 like, and they're going to fire.
Oh,
So,
At us?
yep, they're going to shoot you
What?
guys.
that's terrible. I only maimed him.
Yeah. But you can
Only
tell it's out of abject terror. It's not like, well, that's even bigger than what I was hunting, Jed.
Yeah, more like, if I don't kill this thing, it's gonna kill me.
Pretty much. It's
I'm
a
putting this one on
they
my
were
wall.
gonna
Eat it, mount it.
panic reflex.
9 hours.
So it's
Bo was not here.
4
so-
just went.
No mountain.
5
He's not here
bolted.
either.
The other 4 went, huh. Bow!
Bo's channeling his way into
Yeah.
the game.
It's my cousins.
It's a distant ancestor.
Yeah. He could be there like, no, you're out there a
Descendant.
werewolf. You don't want to be messing with that.
Well, that was said, Bo had a little Mississippi leg on him.
I just put on my,
All right.
my vent stuff. My
One of them
werewolf
shoots at
repellent.
Ranbir and
Yeah.
basically goes wild. I mean, he's kind of like, ah! Just shoots. It goes right over your head. You take no damage. One of them shoots at you, Cam, and will do 1 wound.
Ooh.
So basically,
He hit
oh,
you in-
actually, he got 1 success. I'm sorry. Listen, let me see what he
Hit you in one of the
rolled.
nipples.
Right in that tit. Okay, so
These are my daddy.
One of the six.
Blew off one of the 6 nipples. No!
No.
That's the one I was gonna get pierced too.
Well, it did get pierced. It was helping you.
I got blown right off.
Oh, man.
No,
You are
it
going.
didn't.
You are going to take 4 wounds. Now, here's how this works. It's not a silver bullet, so you may roll your stamina. Target number of 6. Damage is always 6, so you had to roll target number of 6. You got 4 successes, so that's 4 wounds. You're going to roll your stamina. Target number of 6. Every success you get cancels one of his.
It has to be 6. So 1.
Okay, so you're going to take 3 wounds.
Okay.
So basically, on your character sheet, your
I
little
need a
health
pencil.
meter. Should be some pencils over there. I better take one too.
So,
Thank you.
that
So
pencil
the
or
whole box
pen?
of them.
It's a pencil.
They're all in the hole
Okay.
now.
Oh, yeah.
So mark off your first 3 boxes. Okay.
Then you're injured.
Yep. So for right now, everything you do is -1, but we'll get to that in a second. Jack also got hit.
I guess I'm the dispenser now.
Call you Pez.
You don't even
This
have
opened
to
up
do
here. I'm just going to do my best.
I can't open my fruit snack.
Oh, they're just about there. We go.
The cat is more cunning than
Okay.
Olaf.
All right.
Able to get his
The other guy hits Jack, does 2 wounds. He soaks them both. So basically, he gets shot and he just kind of snarls at the guy. You just made me mad. Okay, now this is gonna get interesting because you just took damage and so did Jack. We're gonna make a frenzy check
Oh, shit.
because you're in a state of yay attack and you just got hit. That makes you mad. So here's how it works: roll your rage. So however many dots you have in rage. Oh, Jesus.
In the meadow, we can disembowel men.
We can make it. The halls.
Target number is going
Fields
to
of
be.
We can hand their cats like tinsel. Whenever they decide to shoot us with lead.
Nice.
Nice one.
In the forest, we'll be maiming. Humans will be taming. It's a wonderful sight. Disembowel them tonight.
Your guts hanging in the trees.
All right.
Okay, your target number is going to be 5 because it's a gibbous moon. So, count how many successes you get.
Oh dear.
That's a pretty color.
Ones do
Thanks.
cancel.
This is what I marked all day. Purple and green with yellow lettering.
Of course I like these. I mean,
How many did you
that's
get?
a
I gotta get some new. I'm gonna use different dice because I botched.
Okay,
Pam botched a rage roll. Everybody look out.
well, hold on.
No!
I think
That
they're going.
might not be bad
Aren't those going in the dark? That
Roll.
one? That's that.
because you have to get 4 successes.
Sorry. Well, shit. I give up. Okay, next.
Their
My
bane
first
is frozen
roll
water.
is going to be a 1. Guarantee it.
Sometimes you're so too curious is why you're so classy.
Klutzy?
Better than a feeling
That
of
fell on my
grace.
head too many times.
The feet. The secrets land on the feet.
Okay.
Somebody said something, I think.
No, I go splat.
It's like, help me.
What are you
Help me.
doing?
All right. You and Jack both go into a frenzy.
Yeah.
There you
Oh God, Jack too.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm glad I'm over with.
Somebody turn on the porn music.
All right. So
Wait a minute.
for right now, you are going to attack.
No, no.
Anything.
No, we.
You will attack the hunters first, but once they're done, unless you calm down, you could attack your
Anything
friends
is free
too.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trees,
all right.
trucks.
Well, and I'm not really a friend yet, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, treat it as you are completely frenzied. So like the headbutt thing, you're not even thinking about a headbutt. You're
Nope.
just bite, claw, whatever.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got shot at. You're like, I'm fine. You hear those two yelp, and suddenly it's like snarling, and whether you look or not, you know they're not happy. Okay, Winnebago, you're just coming up on the other side of the clearing, and you're like, huh, what's all the gunfire for? You look through, and you see the hunters, and just about the time you get to the edge of the woods, you see 2 Krynos and a Hispo come from the other side. And you see One of them.
You mean from the other side?
Yeah, if this is the clearing, they're over here. You came in over here,
Okay.
and their trucks are parked over here. So you kind of get to the
The
edge
hunters'
of
trucks are over
Yeah.
there? Okay.
like their little campground, and you kind of look through, and you're like, oh, you see 2 Krynos come out, and a Hispo. The 2 Krynos, they all 3 look odd. One of the Krynos, who just rips across a guy's chest, is like auburn hair, so he's almost like red hair, like blood red hair. He's got all kinds of tattoos and scars. Real long, like overly long tail that kind of trips him up, and he's just brutal looking. The one next to him that just came up and headbutted a dude is a female Krynos who is hairless. There's like, she's pink, you know, no tassels, but yeah, she's a hairless werewolf. The other one,
which one is the hairless werewolf?
the female.
Okay.
Then the Hispo comes in, and go ahead and roll your perception and alertness for this.
Real quick, everyone say hi to Ben.
Hey, Ben!
Hi, man.
Ben's back.
Let other people know we're on, Ben.
Just a few more crazies around. The female crazies.
I'm going to make your target number 7, though.
Oh, crap.
What'd you drop?
No, not on the
You
floor.
can't lose your own dice.
Oh, this carpet, yeah, I can't.
It's the dice vortex, this carpet.
Picture of this
That's why I
carpet.
like my dice range.
2 dice center.
One is for the
Rob, I got it.
What?
Never mind. You're too slow.
Is it by me?
Not anymore.
Is it still?
Alright, so.
And don't forget 10s count as 2.
That's what we
Yeah.
need to get, Mike.
That's
Huh?
all I
We
need
need
to
to get
say.
one of those sonic mics and just sit on the
Six,
table
so
there with
5
dice
successes.
rolls.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Thumping
okay.
and banging.
Six
The,
successes? Wow.
the Hispo that's kind of entering in just picks someone up in their jaws, like by the hip, and just threw him onto the ground. And as he does that,
Now, what's the Hispo?
the between
Dire wolf.
Krynos and wolf, so it's the
Okay.
big American Werewolf in London looking dog.
Okay.
So as you see that, you catch a glimpse, and it kind of throws you for a minute. It looks like he's got a third eye that glints right here. Like he's got 2 green eyes and then 1 green eye here, and you're like,
Oh, he's a freak.
yeah, did I just see that
Metis,
right?
yeah.
But you're like, yeah, he's got 3 eyes. That okay.
The metis, well, the fetus.
Yeah. And you can tell immediately that all 3 of these are probably metis Gurahl. The misshapen ones. Yeah, the
Yeah.
product of 2 Gurahl.
Yeah.
They call him the Mule, is their nickname. The derogatory nickname. Or bastard or whatever. Freak. They don't like it.
Inbred. Yeah. That's
Yeah, inbred. Yeah. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family just showed up.
Let's get those rednecks.
And as you kind of see that happen, you see the hunters all react, and one shoots her and one shoots the redhead, and they basically start foaming, and you see the redhead just like snarl at the guy and lean right in, like the one who just shot him. And they look like they're kind of losing it a little bit. So, I don't know what
A
you want to
little bit.
do, but we're going to roll wits and alertness for this next round.
Everybody?
You guys are not in combat. Unless you want to join the combat, you don't have to. If you think you're going to go up...
How far-
Get a little closer.
How far away are we?
Which ones?
Exactly. I mean, are we hearing
You're
what's
not
going
actually-
on?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you just chased him maybe... You're maybe 50 feet away. Because he just ran through the clearing and you caught him right away, and they're up back in the clearing, so...
So, what was the target?
Target number is 4
4.
for wits and alertness.
So, 5
just for you
successes.
guys? Is that just for you guys?
No, you too.
Okay. What is this, like initiative or?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
initiative.
What was the
What
target, again?
target
Four?
number is what?
4.
4.
Apparently it wasn't my dice. I got different dice. I made no successes. I didn't botch.
You didn't botch.
But I got a 1 for each success that I had.
Alright.
Fine.
Alright, so you have no successes.
No.
You have 5 successes. Jack has 2 successes.
5.
5. Did you
4.
roll? So you have 4. Okay, alright. So in Werewolf, we can do it two ways. The way they suggest is whoever has the lowest initiative declares what they're doing first, and we kind of go. That way you can see what everybody's doing before you make your choice. Then we resolve them backwards. Or we can do it the Deadlands way, where it's like, he who rolls first goes first. Whatever you guys want to do.
We'll do it the Deadland, or
the Werewolf way? We'll try it that way. Okay, so 2 successes. Jack is basically going to bite the guy in front of him. And
Well, I had none. Does that mean I go first, or I just stand there gibbering?
Yeah, you don't have any successes, so you're just like, I can't believe you shot me. I am so pissed. I was going to get a piercing.
Do you know how perfect that was?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, she's still raging. You shot her boob!
so you're basically standing there. Just imagine this. You're standing there, foaming at the mouth, eyes rolling, snarling at this guy, and you're not even sure what you want to do. It's like,
That's a perfect expression
I have-
of frenzy, though, really.
Yeah, it really is.
I have so
Doesn't
many
mean you're
ways I can kill you right now. I'm just trying to
She's going through the catalog.
It's like, I'm gonna take your boob.
Give me your nipple.
That is nice.
Yeah, like I said, Texas Chainsaw, I'm going to take your face. That's my Band-Aid. So anyway,
Face. Go for his face.
so you're just standing there. Jack is going to just lunge forward and bite this guy, probably in the face or wherever, somewhere up here.
Whatever presents it.
Whatever's in his way. So 4s? Who had 4s?
4.
And how many did you have?
He
5?
had 5.
You
Yeah,
got
five.
you had
both
5.
had 5.
Okay, so 4s. What do you do?
I'm going to turn back.
Now you can hear all this. You
Right.
can maybe see some of it, but you can't make out what's going on. Just so you know.
I'm going to turn back to, what's his name?
He who sees the
He who
way.
sees the ways. And see if he's cool.
He's fine. He's almost like,
And
I was way
and
out.
These two are talking.
Yeah.
I take off back the way we came.
Back to the
towards
clearing.
the clearing.
Yep. Because
Okay.
obviously there's something going wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, he's kind of like, okay, and he's gonna stay with you guys for a minute. Okay, 5s. So you see what's going on. You hear something big moving through the trees towards you. You already know what's there, so you're like, oh, okay, that guy's coming. You
So I
hear,
hear this too.
you hear something big
It's coming
crashing
from back behind them, though.
behind them, and like the way they came in, and it's large, very large, larger than
Large.
large. So
Large barge!
tell them large.
I was just thinking.
It made the sound of 16 garbage trucks. So you hear that. So I guess
All right.
what do you guys want to do?
My intent is, were they like group the guys that are standing and shooting? Are they grouped kind of right near each other?
2 of them are. The other 2 are kind of a little farther away.
Because what I was planning on doing was a combination jump and iron broom.
Oh, okay. Well, there's 2 of them that are probably from me to you apart, and then
Yeah.
the next closest is probably
Double that.
from me to that wall, on the outer wall over there. So he's kind of far away.
Yeah.
But the 2 are pretty close.
I mean, if whatever group that I can get
Yeah.
is where I was going to aim.
Okay, so probably those 2 that are probably closest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you want to do.
Mhm.
And how about you?
So there's this one, that one, and that one.
No, this one.
And this one.
There's just
Oh,
3
not,
of us in
not
there.
that bad.
No,
Okay.
no,
They're not
So
there.
there's 3 of you, and then there's what? How many? 4 hunters?
4 hunters that are actually kind of standing ground.
Okay. Now was there 3 of them running towards me?
There were 5
Five
of them running towards the truck. So you're basically looking over here, and they just go whoop, and you're like, oh, there's the trucks. So they're kind of passing in front of you.
I'm actually gonna start heading down towards the trucks.
Okay. So you're gonna go that way?
Yeah.
All right. Stay in helmet form.
Yeah, I say in home and 4, but I do have I have 2 heavy caliber pistols.
Oh, okay. So all right.
Desert
So,
Eagles.
all right. So
Oh,
are you
jeez.
gonna try and beat them to the trucks, or just head that way?
Can I beat them to the trucks?
You probably could.
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay. So if you pick up the pace, like run,
No, they're drunk and stumbling.
they're basically yeah, they've been drinking too. So
Okay.
you
And they're
can get to the
terrified.
trucks like
Drunk and
you get
terrified
to
never
the
works
trucks just as they arrive.
Okay.
So okay.
And
So,
I'm down there too, so don't forget.
yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Well, I see them, and then I'm in
The Umbra.
Umbra. So do I see the Weavers there in the trucks?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna basically...
There's all these little glowing spiders all over the truck, kind of holding it together.
I'm going to basically, I'm going to try and jam technology, and I'll try and talk to them. I'm like, your creators are coming, but they're out of their mind. They're going to wreck your vehicles and damage your wrong repair. You would be best to stop and not run with them. So I'm going to try and do that. You know how I
Wreck
talk?
the vehicle?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah. So I'll try that jam technology, how it talks back. And
Yeah.
says,
Try it. Go ahead.
Alright, so
We'll go ahead and resolve that real quick first. And then if you want to go ahead, we'll resolve yours.
what's my...
Target number...
Because they have to do it opposed, so would it be 6?
Yeah.
I would have got a little early to start talking to him anyways.
So how do you roll jam technology?
It's my repair and manipulation.
Okay, let's make an opposed check. So
I got 2 8s and a 6.
Okay. 6, 7, and 3. So they had 2 successes, and you had 3 successes. So basically, you are able to convince these Weaver spirits, especially probably saying they're going to wreck your vehicle.
Right.
Like, oh, we're keeping this running. So yeah, basically they just kind of snap to attention, and you see a couple of these spiders because you're in the Umbra. You're getting like a X-ray vision.
Remember how it is. You do it very cool.
So basically, you see these little glowing Weaver spiders kind of climb up the spark plug wires and off over the manifold and go up and start messing with the distributor cap. One of the other trucks, there's a couple Weaver spiders that are kind of moving up to the dashboard to the ignition switch. You actually see the last truck. A bunch of the Weaver spiders have gathered together and are messing with the lug nuts. So they're trying to disable the vehicles so they can't go anywhere without disabling them completely.
Right.
So that's going on. So
okay,
you did
that's
that.
fine.
Okay. You're running over to the trucks. What is your dex?
My dex is...
I'd probably show her what
4.
I'm doing.
Yeah. What is your dex?
3.
3. Okay, so we'll go with you first. So you run up, kind of come out in front of the trucks. Is that what you want to do, or you'll get to the trucks first?
Yeah, between them and the other guys coming back down.
Okay, so you're gonna run out of the woods in front of the trucks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you do that. These 5 guys are kind of running at you. Maybe the willpowers.
Gives you the note, too.
Okay.
On the notation,
So 4 of the guys kind of hold up, and you see one guy like realize he dropped his rifle, so he's like, oh shit. The other 3 kind of hold up, and they're like a person. Okay, this anchors them, so they're like, but they're still like, what the hell? The 5th guy keeps running, and he runs past the trucks, and he's running for the road. Like back.
His britches are on fire.
Out.
That's right.
Yeah, he's basically like.
There's
But the other 4 kind of stop and just kind of like, you can tell they're panicked, but they,
Okay.
So
I can do something then, or
yeah, you can.
Okay. It's like, hey, what's the problem, boys? Where's you run out of beer or what?
One of them is like, fucking, there's like big animals back there. We don't fucking. And you can tell they're slurring a little bit, so they are drunk.
Okay.
But they're talking about big animals attacked, and they were chasing. One guy says we were chasing a wolf, and it turned around and tried to bite us. And the other guy says, no, it wasn't a fucking wolf, it's a bear. It's a fucking bear.
What the hell are you all prowling about? Bears, wolves, come on.
Oh my.
Roll your subterfuge.
One of the guys like, no, they're right there. Holy shit! And he bolts and starts running after he looks again. So he flips out again and chases after the other guy. The other 3 are kind of.
Well, I'll probably go.
As he looks behind and takes off, they're like, I don't want to turn around.
I kind of go, you might want to go after him. He never know what's going to happen to that fool out there in the woods.
One of the guys like, you're right. Bolts. The other 2 kind of look at each other.
I go, oh, hey, you got truck keys? I can come pick you up.
One guy's like, yeah. And he basically throws him like, here. Like, he's not even, he just throws them. But they land about 3 feet from you. They run. They're like, we're gone.
Okay, they all pretty much
are
I go
running
grab
into
the
the
keys
woods.
then.
Oh, they don't go for the cards?
No, they're panicky. They're like,
okay.
fuck that. So they're running. The other two guys are just run.
Oh, okay.
And the other two are like, yeah, we'll go get them. Pick us up. I don't even care. Here's my car. So you grab the keys?
I grab the keys and kind of whistle to myself. And
Okay.
kind of toss them up in the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are going
See that
to
scene.
do the jump and the iron broom
Yes.
sweep. So go ahead.
Actually, I was looking to see what a combination is supposed to do. Because I know there was something about combining maneuvers. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll flub it.
Okay.
And just
So
so
how
you
do
know,
you-
the way I do werewolf, sometimes it's storytelling based, in my opinion. So sometimes they'll just be like, "Yeah, go ahead." You know.
How far away are they from? Are the group that I can actually get to?
Oh, I don't know, 4 feet, because they're the ones the one guy just shot at you.
Yeah.
So
they don't really. I wouldn't really need a jump maneuver to get to them.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not the actual jump maneuver. You
All
can
right.
just,
So I can just
you can
move
just
up
move
and then do the iron broom and
Yeah.
do that way. All right. So the iron broom. Oh, actually, I just had it too.
And while you look that up, Rob, you were just coming into the clearing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Full charge.
full charge. In grizzly form or
Same. I've never
Yeah, he
switched
was
out.
massive war beast form.
Massive war beast form.
Really?
Yeah,
Here it
that's
is.
the way it was.
Yeah,
been
he was in
since
massive
the
war.
beginning.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So what, you're like 20 feet tall or something when you...
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I made you too short when I said 14. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's 14 when he's in grizzly form.
Okay.
Straight bear form.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy
So
crap.
it says
It's like a wall of flesh.
+2 damage.
What the hell?
+2. Okay.
Yeah. But it
Boring
is -2
carpet.
initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would drop me to 3.
Flying around.
Now, basically, what I would do is add it to your difficulty number to hit.
That looks
Oh.
pretty awesome.
So
Okay.
normally,
Seems
say
better, yeah.
target number is
That's a little
for an
versus-
iron leg sweep probably 5, so I'll make it a 7. So
All right.
target number is 7.
So then it's the brawl and
You could use Kylindo if it's higher.
well, I mean that's the Kylindo is my brawl.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But
that's
as
your
far as
specialty.
the attribute, it would be
It would be Dex.
Dex.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you've got to reach both of them.
And it does say, or I have to use a willpower point for the move.
Okay, so just mark that off.
Okay, you said 7.
Yeah,
1 success.
1 success. Okay, that's enough. So, and you were getting both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'll do for 1 success, it's kind of Let's see. Okay. Okay. So the one that shot you, when you leg sweep him, he's the closest one. He takes the full effect. He went bust. So basically, you sweep his leg, and yeah, sweep the leg, Johnny. He so whoop, bam, drops the rifle. The other guy, he kind of stumbles back a bit, but he doesn't fall over. But he does kind of let the rifle kind of hang. He's not holding it like this. It's kind of like the whoa. He's holding it by the butt.
Yeah.
So yeah, you tripped him up, but he didn't fall. The other guy fell flat on his ass and dropped his gun.
Yeah.
So that's what happened there. Okay.
Now the other question is, would I have had to change form, or could I still do that in Hispo?
I'd say you could do it in Hispo.
Yeah, because it's just sweeping the.
Sweeping the leg, yeah.
Yeah.
Although
That'd be cool
most
to
people
see.
would be like, "Did that dog just do a martial art?"
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. It's like,
Yeah.
What's his name? Kung Fu guy.
Yeah.
Kung Fu-y.
Hong Kong Fooey.
And then you're the cat, you know?
Well, last time the cat did this graceful backflip off of the bear.
And shapeshifted and landed on the ground. I was like, ta-da! And everybody held up a 10.
So this is a circus.
yeah.
It really
We
is.
just need a lion and a tiger.
So,
Oh my.
as you're looking at the keys and look back, you see the Hispo, like, sweep the leg of 2 guys, knocks one over, and the other one stumbles.
This is back from.
Back in the
back where
clearing.
they're fighting.
Back at the clearing.
And you're like, hey, that was pretty cool. And then a wall of fur and fangs comes bursting through the trees, 20 foot tall, You see probably something you've heard about, definitely as a Wendigo, but you've never seen one. A Gurahl, a werebear. And in his full Krynos form, which is ginormous. It's like, you know, you're expecting the Godzilla roar to come out of him.
Yeah, this really is a circus.
I take flashlights inside my muzzle so I open my mouth and glows blue.
That's my atomic breath. You like it? So basically, this werebear comes running into the clearing, just towering over anything.
At full charge.
Now, does it just look like a full bear, just 20 feet tall then, or?
He looks a lot bigger, a lot meaner. Like their teeth are almost like daggers at this point. They do have more.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
They actually have more. They're like
What?
Krynos.
Prehistoric.
Oh.
Tyrannosaurus
But they're
Rex.
Krynos.
I get the New Mutants.
So instead of the front, instead of the front
Being
leg
bear,
paws, he's actually now got like shoulders and biceps like a Krynos. So he's actually got like fully manipulative arms, but they're just it's a frightening sight to see. As a matter of fact,
So if you have a really tall ceiling that needs the light bulb changed, he can do it. 'Cause he
That's
will.
right. On the second floor.
On the second floor, yeah.
roll your wit target number of. I'll make it target number 5 for you.
Just wits.
Yeah,
See if you wet your pits.
2. Yeah, basically you're like, holy shit! You've heard of these things being a Wendigo, so it's a little easier for you to understand what you're seeing. But yeah, you're kind of like, if I didn't know any better, I'd probably frenzy right now because that thing's coming in. But you're like, you made your wits, so you're like, okay, I know what that is. I've never seen one. Boy, that's impressive. So you're okay.
Pulls
So
out
you
popcorn.
run in. Oh boy.
Or bag of peanuts since this is a circus.
That's true. There you go.
Probably will be looking for some.
Right. Okay,
Go to
the
the
guy
tracks.
who he just tripped lands on his back, drops his gun. Oh! He cries out, curls up in a fetal ball.
It says mommy.
He doesn't even say mommy, but he lets loose his bowels. He basically curls up and just.
Ew.
Wait a minute. So I'm okay. So I burst through the tree line, coming at a guy that just.
You come into the tree line and you see him had just spun around. One guy fell on his back. So as you come in, he's laying on his back, dropped his gun, staring up at the sky.
So at the full height.
And as you come in, he just screams like a baby
Right.
or
is
cheerleader.
he in my direct line, however?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're.
Wow!
What are you doing?
As I'm running, I see him. I just fucking swat him.
Okay, now there's another
He's in a
guy.
ball full of shit, right?
Well, now there is another guy like a couple feet away from him who has just stumbled and is holding on to his gun. So, and he kind of looks over like, what the? So, do you still want to hit the guy on the ground,
Can I
or
just
do you want to
body
switch
tackle to
to
both of them?
Oh, God.
All you got to do is land on him.
Right.
You could probably just go belly flop.
Pretty much all I'm thinking.
Yeah, you can
Jump.
do that.
Perfect swan.
Cannonball.
Cannonball.
Okay, so you're gonna jump up and just kind of take both of them down.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll your dex and athletics.
Dex and athletics, of which I have none.
Your target number is going to be,
Is there a
I'd
skill
say
called
5. Yeah.
I wish I would. Take
Oh, I would still play a werepanda who just like rolled around and bumped into things and had no bones.
So what do I have to get again?
Target number 5.
1 success.
Okay, that's enough to. Though, one success. The guy that was stumbling actually manages to stumble back. So when you land, he's like right here. You didn't take him, but the guy in the balls just. I'm covered up, mommy. Thank you. Did you have a question?
Yeah, and do I see him as a homid, or what do I see him
Yes,
as the Umbra?
you see him in homid form, but the way I do the Umbra, like if he's human, you just
I
see a
can tell he's
shadowy.
werewolf.
With him, you can actually see the colors of him because
Okay.
he's more spiritual.
Right.
So if he was the
That's
regular guys,
questionable, but
well, yeah, the regular guys who are running look like just black shadows, like the lights have been turned off and you see them running. He actually stands out because you can see his colors. He is obviously a spiritual being.
Okay.
More
Well, there's
likely
a-
Guru.
All right, that's all.
And you're like, okay, now here's how you talk to the spiders. Oh, look, here's a Guru. Okay, don't look at that. All right, so you do that, and then Jack. Let's see. Dex 1, 2, 3. Roll. Okay, so you got 1 success.
All right, Jack, keep it in your pants.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's bite.
Ew.
Strength plus 1. Okay. Wait a minute. Yep. Lucky. Okay. So the guy takes 2 wounds right to the shoulder as Jack clamps down on his shoulder and just bites into the muscle. The guy screams in pain and probably passes out. And Jack just bites and is not letting go. So he's got that. He looks like he's going to do the terrier. But he's got the guy by the shoulder and the guy screams and instantly passes out. Okay, so that was that round. Back outside. So he who sees the ways is kind of like, well, this isn't going well either, but...
So I'm shifting my attention to he who sees the ways.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I am fine. Kialee, thank you. Thank you very much. I was waiting for you in the clearing, and I ended up becoming outnumbered, obviously.
Now, she's in cat form, and you're in wolf form, so you're kind of...
Yeah, basically, if anybody were to observe this, he's growling and hunching his shoulders and twitching his ears. She's doing the same thing with maybe mewling, and he's growling, or yip. And that's basically what they would see, but we're having a conversation.
Because you're in the same forms. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, he says,
so you are...
I'm glad you made it.
Too, you're hearing it just as plain as...
He says, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad River made it. And it sounds like you've met the other pack.
Is that
Yeah, and Krynos, can't!
And where is the girl at this point?
You don't know. She disappeared. You don't know where they went because you were just following him and taking off. So she was behind you, but you don't know where she or the other guy went.
Mm-hmm. The girl.
Oh.
I don't know where she went.
She is safe. I guarantee you that. And we have not properly been introduced.
I am Bupu.
Interesting. And you see him kind of smile and pant like he's laughing. He's like, I am he who sees the ways. What brings you here? Ah, bang, bang. So he's like having a calm conversation with you.
You see a giant bear doing a flip in the background.
It's like,
he's on top turnbuckle. What's he gonna do? Oh no! It's a backdrop again!
Human bodies flying.
You're not like bouncing on him.
Human bodies flying up in front of the moon. A vehicle flies.
He gets up. It's like peel.
So he says, what?
No, a few seconds from now, there's going to be a group of clowns running through. We're late! We're late!
We're late. That's what happens when the clowns are late.
Yeah, that's right. He says, what brings you here? Or anything in particular?
Curiosity.
It seems most,
Curious.
Trying to find others of like mind.
Really?
Really?
Well, we shall have to chat about that when
things calm down.
Yes. When things calm down.
If you need my assistance, I am here to help.
And with that, you notice he kind of gives you this scrutinizing.
Like,
Yeah. He's like,
what are you up to?
Well, I am very thankful, but no offense, but I've met Bastet before.
None taken.
Good.
So get the fuck out of here.
So, next round. Wits and alertness for anybody participating in any kind of battle.
Do I get to roll?
Yes, you get to try
What
again.
useful things can I contribute, if anything?
Oh.
Ooh. Oh. And it's what, 6, right?
4.
Four.
Target number 4.
5 successes and no failures.
Okay.
5.
Ooh.
Yay!
Okay.
Well, more ones than some.
Successes.
Yeah.
So, okay.
If
Do
you
you have
roll-
any
Oh, I'm
ones?
sorry, did I
Oh,
pass
you
my
have one
botch on
more
you?
ones and successes.
Yeah.
Okay. You went botch.
If you roll a 10, it's double, right?
Were you
Yeah,
involved
Just
in?
for
Two is
combat,
two.
I'm not really
Pretty
getting into
much. If you're
combat.
just kind of watching, you don't have to go into.
I mean, I'm just gonna kind of do my own thing over here.
That's
so.
fine. And
Unless something happens between me and him.
Jack got 3. So 5, 5, 3, 0. Well, 0 and then some. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay. So you come in. Ah! Thud! The one guy jumps out of the way. The one guy.
He's right here from what you said.
Yep. And then you're like, "Ooh, man, something hit me right in the pancreas. What was that? I think it was a big dog." You kind of like, ha! Jump to the side. You get hit by a giant bear falling. It kind of knocks you onto your side. It doesn't really do any damage, but it did knock you over. You didn't get out of his way in time, so you're like, so you're scrambling to get up. Maybe your back leg is caught under river, so you're like, get off of me. So you're kind of scrambling to get up.
Yeah.
Your tail's got. You're like, oh no!
Yeah, you're like the cartoons where you're just running these. Okay, 5 successes, and 2 successes. Jack is basically going to rip the jaws up and just see what comes with him. So he's still frenzying right now. You are still frenzying.
I am still frenzying.
Yeah, unless you want to spend a willpower point to stop it. You can always spend a temporary willpower point and come out of it.
Oh,
Will yourself to not.
Yeah, will yourself to calm down. Calm down.
well, not with him going next to me for being frenzied.
Well, actually, you would know it's probably best if you did come out of frenzy so you can help him stop. So, do you want to do that?
All right.
Okay, so mark off a willpower point, and what are you guys doing? Because you have 5.
Well, there's one guy that kind of rolled out of the way who's next to me, right?
Yeah, he's kind of stumbled back, so he's kind of standing over your shoulder, which means he's almost, you're like Smog to this guy. He's
Can
like,
I just kind of put a paw on him?
yeah, you want to just kind of push him down, pin him to the ground?
No, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. And what are you going to do?
Not to damage, but.
Oh, it doesn't
So let's
take
stick
me
in
this
game.
round to calm down.
No, when you spend a willpower point, you're just like, woo, calm down.
I'm gonna
and
share
then
it
you
on
can,
my
you
page.
can do your action.
All right. Well, are there any
That break.
hunters left standing right now?
One
forgot to
who
tell
is
him to come.
basically backing away from
We're
everything
watching, we
in
were reading all the
abject
character
horror.
introductions. I forgot
Okay,
to do a
and
video.
he's holding a gun?
We're going live.
He's got it, but he's just kind of holding it limply by the stock. He's not even got his finger on the
Hey,
trigger.
Rob.
Okay.
If you could send me the links to all of this, because
I'm gonna
I don't know
chase
if
him.
I have it or not. So
Okay.
Well, hold on. If Jack's
then.
going crazy,
then I can.
If I can't, he'll
I'll
get
go.
him too.
Well, yeah, and then I can
Kinda
add the videos to
nuzzle
my own
Jack.
channel and kind of.
Okay. You want to try and
Because all of us
intimidate the
can log
guy?
into the Rock and Tour page.
Like scare
as
him
an
off?
admin.
yeah, like
An
that's what I'll do
issue,
is I'll
so
like
I
move in that
haven't
guy's
tried.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
But when I do, I'll kind of nuzzle Jack on the way by.
Yeah.
To see if I
Okay.
I
kinda-
was going in
Okay,
and out of
So I'm
so-
coming
He
at
was
that
trying
guy
to
like,
log in.
So you're going to try and intimidate the guy.
Upload the
YouTube,
video. Yeah.
and it just, all I had to do was approve it.
Um,
Because it kept trying to, because it was a different device.
Let's go with you.
So it was like, who's this?
And Mike.
It didn't recognize.
So you're in the
I'm not
Umbra.
sure.
What do you do?
Yeah, I was gonna say it should
one
work.
are you guys?
because I know it didn't
Okay.
recognize mine.
Well, I am going to pause for a minute and look at the fucking bear. And like, huh. And then I'm going to go ahead. I've got at least holster my other gun because I holster one when I picked up the keys. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to kind of start backpedaling over to where the truck was
Okay.
while I'm kind of keeping an eye on the bear to see what the hell he's going to do next. But then once I get over there, I'm going to kind of look and see, is there like coolers or anything like that?
Yeah,
back
there's
here?
coolers.
Yeah, flip 'em
There's a
up.
lot of empty beer cans and stuff like
Start
that.
flipping them up and see if there's anything they
Okay.
stole in there, you know.
Okay.
Is there beer?
There is. Do you have, what gifts do you have?
I have Smell of Man.
Scavenge.
Smell?
Razor Claws. And then
Oh,
I've
wait a
got
Wait a minute.
resist
Okay.
pain.
Okay. Yeah, you see beer, you see coolers with some beer cans in it, but as you look at it, you're like, that something smells weird about it. But maybe it's not your brand, but you're like, that's kind of weird. But yeah, it's just something distasteful about it. You're like, I don't think I'm gonna drink that. It looks like crap.
Okay.
So, but it does kind of strike you as odd because you've never turned down a beer before, probably. But you notice that
Is there like food in there, snacks too?
yeah, there's like a cooler with sandwiches and stuff and snacks
Jerky.
and stuff. Yeah,
Jerky. I might pick that up and just kind of smell it.
that smells fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the food actually seems okay. There's something about the beer that you don't know what it is. Just you don't know if it's
Some light
spoiled or
beer.
All right. Well, I'll
Carlin.
shove some jerky up in my mouth and start chewing. Then I'll start looking at see what keys this vehicle belongs to.
Okay.
See whether there's like 3 different vehicles. One
Yeah.
is a truck or another.
They're all
car.
3 trucks.
They're all 3 trucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Start taking a look and see which one these keys are for.
Not the one next to you, but the one parked over there.
Does it got the doot doot or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these classy rednecks?
No, they're not classy rednecks. It's like a 1984 F-150 that's seen better days.
Ooh, I like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
That sounds
So
good.
you're gonna walk over there.
Yeah, I'll walk on over there and try and take a look at it and see if it's still in decent shape. I'm assuming
Can
it
you
is.
borrow
But
Seems like
Can
it
you?
looks
Oh,
okay.
yes, please.
You see him
I didn't even
kind of
think
move
to write
around, like
mine.
lick the keys. What
Go
gifts
back
do you
then.
have, Mike?
Persuasion, sense worms, spirit speech,
oh, I've got this problem.
speak to spirits. Okay. Truth of Gia. Damn technology.
Okay. When he opens that cooler with beer,
Try
Yours-
sense worm.
yeah, your sense worm actually kicks in.
Oh, I don't have to roll.
It's faint, but it's there.
Well, then
You're like,
I'll kind of go
"Wow."
over there and go, I'm like, can you sense this? And then I kind of talking to her and
To Nicole,
yeah.
she kind of sniffs. Yeah, that's bad. Not good.
I kind of look at the cooler. How the weaver working around that? Are they ignoring it or?
Not really. I mean, it doesn't have working parts except for a hinge, so the weaver don't really care about it. But you notice the cooler does look.
Thank you.
When you look inside, in the umbra, it looks like it's got spots of like black mold on it.
Can I sense worm on it? Actually roll for it, or do I have to?
No, it
Okay.
kicks in. So when you're this close to it, it's like, yeah, that's not good.
Does it look like all the beer is like that, or is it just?
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask the weaver, where did they get these drinks? It seems corrupted. Is it corrupting your store there? You know, kind of that thing. Kind of frame it the way I've learned
Yeah.
to talk to the weaver that way.
And the weaver responds kind of like they do. Alcohol corrupts brain cells, impairs judgment.
This product has been corrupted by
Yeah,
the
basically.
worm, so it
Yes.
cannot be sold.
Affirmative.
Where was it corrupted at?
The source.
Where it's made.
Where was this? Where is the source?
A brewery. And they give you an address in some city like 2 states away.
Okay.
It's St.
Oh, and I
Louis
go
at
like,
the-
if he starts walking,
Elsinore Brewery.
Yeah.
There's a mouse in one of these.
And I probably did. I mean, I probably actually picked up the beer and everything too, and then just kind of like tossed it when I decided.
When you pick up the beer, you're like, okay, it's a brand you've never really heard of. Go ahead and roll perception and alertness. Target number of 8.
Perception and alertness.
Yeah.
and if I eventually
Or
see him
if you
walking,
have investigation, you can use that.
if you see him walking over the other truck,
I do have investigation.
I'll tell
I
that
think
Weaver's
it's
like-
better the other way.
this
Okay.
this person will take care of your truck. You should work for him.
Let's see.
Affirmative.
Yeah.
They start
Fixing this
hooking up the wires.
What am I rolling against?
We need an 80.
Say target number of... Oh, I said target number of 8, I believe.
I got 2 successes there.
Okay. As you're looking, you're like... It's like... Mountain Spring beer or something like that. You're like, this sounds like crap. As you're looking, you notice one of the company names, or like the company bottling processing plant, is Pentex Incorporated.
Oh, nice.
Bottled by
Which
Benton.
you're like, that, is a front for the Wern. Pentex
Doctor,
is a
go buy
corporation.
Pentex.
that kind of spreads the decay of the worm. So you're like, oh, yeah, that's why that smells like crap.
Okay.
It's
Is there
probably
like
worm tainted.
Do they have a campfire or anything, or?
Yeah, they probably got one that's kind of burning still real low.
I have got to take a stand
Go
to
ahead.
break.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is your back, Boo?
Everything.
Everybody.
That's your body. Aw.
I'll probably just throw it back down.
Okay.
I'm gonna go look at the truck.
Okay. So basically, you go ahead and do that.
Would one of these chairs be better?
No, it doesn't matter.
All right.
Let's see. Real quick before you go, I can tell you that you kind of do that. The guy got the gun like, aw. You do that creepy ass like walk by this guy, this werewolf that has a guy in his jaws, foam and blood running down. And the werewolf's eyes are rolling, and you just walk by it, nuzzle it, smiling, and walk right toward him. He's like, I'm out. He drops the rifle and bolts.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough for him. He's like, I didn't even know what that's about. I don't want to know.
It's puppy love.
Jack is frenzying and biting a guy in the shoulder is just passed out, so he's hanging in his jaws, frothing at the mouth.
Oh.
She walked by and just kind of nuzzled him, like rubbed her face against his shoulder
Against
as,
Jack, or?
as
Against
he's
Jack.
doing that,
Okay.
and
I got it.
smiles, and then walks right for the hunter. And he's just like,
Okay.
nope, I'm good. Creepy. So it worked.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
So you're going to do that. You're going to go over the truck. You tell the Weaver to let it work for him. Okay. Back to you guys. You easy enough. You pin him to the ground. He screams, but he doesn't pass out. He's just trying to struggle, but you're so big, you just hold him there. Okay. What do you do after that?
Looking around, see what's going on.
Okay. You see, as we described.
Right.
So,
Alright. Do I notice the guy with the truck by chance? Is it too far out?
roll perception and alertness. Your target number is going to be, I'll make it a 7. Because you are calm and you're actually looking, so. And let's see. Roll this.
6 you said?
7.
7?
Yeah.
2, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, as you kind of look, you see somebody over by those trucks, and just kind of like grabbing the keys, looks at a can of beer, drops it, and starts walking toward one of the trucks. And you did not see him. Well, what do you look like?
Basically, I based him on Ron Perlman.
Okay.
He's got not a long beard, but he's got that short, gruffy beard. It's just a little bit long, but it's not like long like yours or anything. He's got a crew cut, though, on top. He's actually, unless they're supposed to be younger or anything like this, he is actually probably about in his late 30s or something like that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
So, he's dressed pretty much probably kind of like how you described Jack. I mean, he's just
Flannel.
the flannel shirt. He's probably got like a heavy. Is it what time of year is it?
It's getting to be probably early fall.
Okay, so he's probably
Or mid-fall.
flannel with like one of those old cut off vests.
Oh, like a denim vest?
Yeah, the
Okay.
denim vest type thing. Heavy work boots. You know, probably more like biker boots or something like that. That is really about it. He doesn't have anything on him right now, at least. Although you might be able to see the 2 holstered guns coming out from underneath the vest.
That would probably strike me as odd.
Okay. So you see him over there. He doesn't seem to be threatening anybody, and he doesn't seem to be running. So that's equally odd.
Right.
But anyway, so you see him.
Mm-hmm.
That what you want to do? Just kind of look around and take stock?
I'm gonna try to kind of stand up ish, keeping one foot on the one underneath me and the other paw on the other one.
Okay.
So I'm putting a little more pressure on both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. They kind of yelp out,
Yeah.
but you're not
And
trying to do
just relax
intentional
myself
harm,
and,
right?
Monitor the situation.
Okay. Are you trying to not hurt them, or are you just not caring?
I'm caring. I don't want to kill them.
Okay, because...
A little damage wouldn't be bad, but...
Okay, well, you are probably, when you get up, since you're lifting yourself, you probably break that guy's hip.
Oh, darn it.
Because you weigh a ton.
Like a little bit.
Okay, if you were trying not to hurt him too bad.
Not to kill them, no.
Sorry.
They do deserve a little bit for chasing our friends.
Okay,
So.
yeah, they're going to take a couple extra wound
Just remove
levels.
the head.
So.
Oh, it's not a grenade.
Blood grenade.
He grabbed the head.
Oh, it's a Han Solo character.
Check our live stream
Made
here.
in China once. Oh, it was made in Michigan.
Oh, he's
You can keep going. I'm just going to make sure we got it.
Okay, so that happens. Back to you guys. He who sees the way is kind of like, well, we'll have to talk about that after things calm down. He starts to look that way and looks like he's kind of like, well, I better see how things are going. Do you wait for him, or do you kind of follow along, or what do you do, Dennis?
I kind of twitch my tail, kind of hurts my back, and well, the puppies seem to be enjoying themselves over there.
Well, he starts moving that way. Do you walk with him, or?
Yeah, kind of follow along.
Okay.
All 40 pounds of them.
I'm sure Bupu will too, because she's already like, whoa, this is interesting. Okay, so he starts walking by, or walking back. Are you in full feline form then?
Full feline, yeah.
Okay. So basically this wolf and two house cats, two large house cats, basically, start walking up to the clearing, so, alright, that's fine. Alright. And you botched, so you're finally getting up.
Facebook. Go check it out.
So, okay. Next
I do
round.
have Kip up, so I can just...
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Once he starts to get up, you can easily get up. Oh, Jack. Let's see. Okay. Jack has the guy by the shoulders who's passed out. He just kind of jerks his jaws up, and you hear a rip.
Is it still broadcasting?
To the FBI? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It stopped.
Oh, shit. What did I do?
Probably when you stopped it.
I didn't stop it, I didn't think. Whoops, I broke it.
Do they need a light on?
I don't know.
That's what they're trying to do.
Oh, you're...
Is it back?
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it.
That's what I'm showing. Need vibrant? A little bit more.
Sorry, technical difficulties on the other camera. Camera number 2, operator. Da, da, da!
I'll edit that out.
What?
Yeah.
There you go.
Is it on?
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Is it working?
Ah, my brain cavity.
I wouldn't put anything good out in the garage.
This is true. Can't blame you there.
Nope, there's
Hell, I
nothing.
can't even get in my garage.
It says it's broadcasting.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette while they're doing that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Might be a second broadcast starting.
Potty.
What's that?
Way.
One of the cameras
I'm destroying shit.
stopped working or something. I don't know.
Did you like that when last week when Mike went up and did something with the camera, and Rob jumped up and ran over there because it was like wasn't showing anything.
Oh, yeah.
But I put up the title card, technical difficulties.
It should be broadcasting now.
Well,
It started from the beginning.
And there should be another one. Somebody said something. I can't see one. You see what that says at the bottom of the screen?
Hi, I'm gonna get right up in everybody's face. Hi, Belle.
Oh, it's Belle. Hi. So she must be watching it.
Belle, tell Mike how to watch. 'Cause
We need your technical
Yeah?
expertise.
Okay.
She says, I see my mommy.
I see my mommy. Hello, Belle.
Hey, there's your Uncle Mike. Uncle
he doesn't get out
Toga.
much.
We don't know that much.
Nice throw there too.
I know. I just like getting it.
And
Rolls
eight and a
Toga.
10.
Togar.
Yeah.
I will focus Togar now in order to have my proper roll.
I have 17 successes on 4 dice. How'd you do that? Okay. Well, while they're out of the room, basically, Jack kind of rips that guy, his shoulder kind of like, and you can hear something tear loose. And then Jack just kind of calms down and lets him go.
And swallows.
Yeah.
Nope.
So the guy drops on the ground, shoulder all torn up. So Jack's like, oh, okay. He kind of calms down, looks around, like, he does that. Like, when did you get here? You know, he was blacked out for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of takes stock, and when he kind of like looks around, sees you, and just kind of does that. I did it again, didn't I? But he doesn't say it.
Oops.
He's just like,
did it
oops.
again.
At least he didn't really.
Ripped out your heart.
At least he really didn't do the bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
So anyway, he just kind of.
One time it was a circle jerk orgy dead people thing.
Whoa!
We don't
was-
talk
It
about
was
Okay, what
nasty.
did I just walk into?
You don't want
I
to
think I went to Rhonda this way.
No.
We're just talking
and-
about our future plans.
Yeah. Okay.
Run around 10
I'm
tonight.
gonna stay in the umbrella.
Yeah.
They keep-
So he kind of
You're
calms
over.
down. All the
Yeah.
hunters are gone. You get up. The one guy is hurting. The other guy's just. He's probably passed out.
The one ear came off.
Well,
Christopher Wilson wants us to lift our drinks and give a huzzah.
there you go.
And my daughter is yelling at me.
Okay.
That's yours, not mine.
So
Speaking of which, does anyone want a beverage? of
A
sorts?
tasty beverage.
I got my
I'm good.
water.
I'm good.
I will take you up on one.
It's not. There's different ones. So.
There's different Coronas.
We keep
No.
forgetting
That's the only Corona. So.
to bring your
And Corona Light.
those last
regular
2 or 3
Corona.
or whatever
Oh,
you got.
yeah.
Corona Cherry.
Ew, Corona
Bring
cherry,
him next week.
seriously?
for the
Corona
birthday.
Wheat Strawberry.
Could you just add some water into that, please? There's mostly ice in there.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody leave. We're done.
Okay.
We did our huzzah. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So we'll wait till the rest of the pack gets back. But for you guys, basically, we're out of rounds. You've got the one guy under your paw.
Right.
When you
And
get
one
up,
guy under me.
he's passed out. He's out like a light now, probably from shock. The other guy is still squirming. What are you doing? With
One
him?
underneath me is squirming.
The one under your paw is squirming. No, the one underneath you is just passed out. You first you think he's dead, but his chest is rising, but he's just
I'm just gonna lean a little bit.
on the guy
That
under your
one
paw.
seems
Yeah.
interesting.
You feel another
That
bone
one?
break, and
Yeah.
he starts screaming.
Okay.
So he's probably, if you do any more, he's probably going to start hemorrhaging internally. So
Ooh.
I'll take my paw off and look like.
Is it creamy dark? The
Yeah.
vanilla?
I'll get right down in his face too to look at him.
There.
he's basically a
Get the
blubbering
vanilla
mess.
porter there.
He can't even. He's not even coherent
You
now.
can my
Okay.
bed and throw that
So-
I'll get off. I will step off of all of them and just kind of sit
Okay.
and look at everybody.
Who
Okay.
would like the creamy dark?
Oh.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I
Brent,
like
is it?
this.
Belle must be yelling at me for talking about the orgy.
Oh.
We are an 18 and over channel. We can do whatever we want.
All right.
Yeah.
Now this is something I.
So
Might have
the
to
guy
look that up.
is just going to sit there and scream in pain.
And you can't move. You got right in.
Right.
Roll out,
Jack
Mike.
pretty much looks over and is like, "Would you shut him up, or I will shut him up?"
Mike, poisonous, I promise.
Are you trying to knock him out?
Yes.
Okay, so you basically do enough to. Oh, he passes out.
Just like a.
Yeah, pretty much.
You hear the neck snap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boot to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all the hunters are pretty much dealt with or gone. The ones that are laying there bleeding were dead. Jack's like, oops. So, what's next?
Now what do we do?
Brewery.
So, everybody, as you kind of do that, he who sees the ways and the two Bastet kind of come into the clearing in their lupus and feline forms. He who sees the ways kind of looks, sees the two that Jack was messing with. Jack turns around with blood dripping from his muzzle, and he who sees the ways just kind of shakes his head. And you actually see Jack's tail go between his legs, and he hangs his head like,
Oh man.
and the lupus just kind of nods to him and walks on. And Jack, you notice he's like,
Very
sorry.
happy.
So, yeah.
Never mind.
He kind of walks into the clearing, and you see him sniff the air and kind of look over. You kind of get over to that other truck. You're like, oh, these are the keys for that. Okay, you open up the door, take one last look, and you notice there's the giant bear. You're still in that form, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the giant war bear, the naked werewolf, and the red-headed werewolf who's dripping blood from his muzzle. The hispo is kind of standing there.
Actually, when I kip up, I'm just gonna go ahead and go
Revert.
or go Krynos. So.
Oh, Krynos.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Since
now
it's
where the hispo was, you see a Krynos standing there.
still with the third eye.
Yeah. And then into the clearing, you see a wolf and two cats kind of walk in.
Dominating.
And you, as you look, you see kind of the red-headed werewolf with the tail between his legs. The lupus just kind of nods to him, and he kind of shifts himself like, okay. And the lupus kind of stiffs the air and looks right at you. And when he does, like everybody in the clearing just goes, shoo.
Now I'm so how far away?
You're pretty far away.
Okay.
You're probably, I don't know, 80 feet away
Okay.
at the trucks, but you're like, all right, I'll just take this truck. And they all just kind of. So what do you?
I shake my head and see if the engine works.
It kind of like click. Turn it again. It catches.
Okay.
I'll kind of come out with her behind me.
Okay.
I don't actually get in though. I do that lean in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sort of thing.
So you start up the engine, and as you do,
I kind of appear on the other side of the vehicle.
okay.
with her.
So you're like lean in. Hey, it starts. All right. Who's this guy? And
Okay. So what is he?
right on the other side.
Basically, you see an American Indian, long black hair. He's got the actual bone, thing. Jeans, flannel shirt.
Sketches.
Yep. He's got a sketch. And you probably see a little girl behind him.
Okay, so this is the guy on the other side of the truck dressed in more dark clothes. I never finished the coloring, but that's him.
Did you get the
Let's see. In Krynos form, those are the other
Should be
two.
good for like 2 hours and
Okay.
45 minutes.
Jack and what's your name?
Jack and
Cam.
Cam.
That's what I had last
What's the
night.
girl then?
Little girl.
The
Yeah,
girl,
I can
the
figure
other
out how to
girl
take
is
the
like
video.
7 years old
Because
or
my
8
video
years
saves
old.
on the
She's
Facebook page.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
how
you
to
take a
take
picture of
it
her?
off of
no,
that.
I haven't drawn her yet, but she has black hair, long black hair that's kind of pulled back in a
Doing
ponytail.
research trying to figure it out. But
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
I mean, cute little kid. She's probably wearing
Download it to your system, and then you have to
not Dora the Explorer, but she's probably got jeans of some kind
but what
on
they
and maybe
explained
some
in the
boots.
download,
She probably
it must have been
has
like the way it used to be because
a very plain T-shirt, but she's got like kind of that
or I had to do it on
fall
the laptop,
jacket
maybe, but I
on
was
top of
reading
it,
on the phone.
but it all looks like it was either
Yeah.
hand me down or taken somewhere. Like the coat doesn't quite fit her. The jeans are a little baggy. The boots are okay. Maybe the shirt is a little like fits okay, but like the jacket is a little, like sleeves are a little too long. But she looks clean. I mean, but she's just kind of standing there. You notice when she's looking at you and like all the stuff that's around, she doesn't seem affected by it at all. She's more like, yeah. Who are you? So when you lean up, these two are on the other side.
Yeah, and you see him. He's actually got like this bone glaive on the side of his belt, like out of a buffalo bone. It's got all the Indian crap on it. You would look at it like, well, okay. And then he's taking a pipe, like a bone pipe, Indian pipe, and it's burning embered, and he's just kind of like tapping out the embers and putting it away.
That's Mike's character, Chiquana. That's Mike's character, Chiquana.
Hello?
Can I identify? Because he's got like different stuff on his thing. Is any of them cultural?
Oh yeah, he'd be.
Can I identify it?
You can, but
kind of
it's
almost
odd. It's kind of
Thank you.
Like what actual tribe?
He would have like the Strider
Common
symbol
tribe.
built into the
okay.
thing. So.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, so you recognize as soon as you see him, you're like, oh, Native American. But he has the Silent Strider logo, like the rune
Okay.
In the bones.
into the
colored
bones.
I'm actually less interested in that than I would be
the actual.
human
It's
tribe.
pretty
he
much
came
yeah.
from.
It's- But as far as what tribe you are,
I think he was Apache actually.
yeah, Apache.
Okay. Can I roll it or I just know
Imagine.
that? Or
You're probably familiar enough with it.
I
You
am
can pick it
familiar
out.
with it.
Yeah, being a
So-
Wendigo and being from that culture, you're kind of like, yeah, I can.
Either
pick
that
it
or I
out.
think, or was it Crow? I think it was Crow actually, wasn't it?
Crow. I don't know. Whichever.
Crow would be much more identifiable to me than the Apache.
Yeah, then I think it was Crow. Actually.
Crow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was.
So
yeah.
that's it. I'd show you Jack and Cam, but it's got boobies, so I can't.
The little pasties on her.
Yeah.
He just said it was an 18 and over channel.
Get the little censored bar.
As far as Facebook Lives go, I don't know.
Yeah.
Good point.
It's art.
So,
really.
yeah. So you appear on the
Yeah,
other
you
side.
put on the YouTube one, but
Huh?
you could
Our YouTube channel is
put that
18
up in
above.
front of the YouTube.
This is Jack and Cam, the sexy couple. Facebook, you don't get to see it. It's got boobies.
Boobies.
Check us out on YouTube for naughty content.
You gotta do that more.
And we
Like,
just lost the channel. Yay!
you gotta do it more like Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Won't
Yeah.
you be my metis?
All right.
Hello, tribe
Well, I'll
member.
probably kind of turn back around. I'll kind of like glance into the cab, like I'm still gonna kind of look and see what's in there and everything, and then I just kind of. I'm not even really kind of glancing at him too much, but I'm just like, so let me guess, you're the ringmaster of this circus?
Oh no, I'm just a companion upon it. That would be he who sees the ways. I kind of point over to the wolf walking this way.
He who sees the way. Okay.
And you must
I
have seen your
start
way
trying
here.
to filaging through. I want to get rid of. If there's any of that beer, I want to get rid
There's
of.
a couple empty beer cans on the floorboards you can check
I can
out.
start chucking those
Yeah.
out.
Most of the stuff in here, there's half a pack of cigarettes, probably a pair of sunglasses on the dashboard, some food wrappers, that kind of thing.
Those signs saying 200 miles from Chicago.
And what is your name?
They're little girl sunglasses with like the. No, it's-
Yeah, that was pretty
They
cool,
might-
man.
they might still be useful.
talk to the hand.
There you go. I don't remember you introducing yourself.
Oh, I am Chiquana. This is Nicole.
Crow,
Yes.
Winnebago.
Well met.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah.
He who
it
sees
is.
the ways is pretty much walking up to the truck, and you guys can see this guy and Chiquana are having a conversation. It's quiet here, so you can hear them
Oh.
from a distance. So, but
You know.
Kylie is going to go ahead and follow right behind him.
okay.
Did you hear the call as well, my friend, to come this way?
I'm listening. Honey.
Or is
I mean, were you following?
More like someone woke me
Oh,
up
was
when I
I
was
following
sleeping.
Kitty Cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to follow my.
How about you guys? You guys walking up?
What's the phrase I was
Yeah,
going
we're,
with?
Yeah.
we're following you. As
Go,
well.
go.
I'll start shambling that way.
Gotta go to Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'll just
Are you
sit right in front of Nicole.
reverting to another form, or are you staying in Krynos?
Everything seems kosher, so I'll let myself go back to Homewood.
Okay. Yeah, normally you would have to shapeshift, but since we're not in any kind of stressful situation, you can assume what form you want.
Alright.
So, okay, so Homid, Jack goes back to Homid.
Yes.
Homid,
Or sign back to bear form.
back to bear form. Okay.
After
Just
Ky-
bear.
Okay.
After Kylie walks up to right in front of Nicole and Hans sits down, changes into
Homid.
Homid form and,
Okay.
and cross-legged
Okay.
right in front of her.
So basically, you see the group kind of walking up. They all seem to be shifting to Homid. Just so you know.
Ben's still here. He just wanted to let us know.
Yay!
Hi, Ben!
Sorry, Ben. I messed up earlier and dropped the feed. So
That is their Homid forms.
For
Jack and Cam.
Cam.
Yeah.
Ain't I pretty?
I don't know. I will say I don't know which one's worse.
Take it. Oh God! I took his eye out.
So basically, they turned a homid. You see the Hispo thing that was attacking turned a homid. Go ahead and describe your homid character.
He's Indian, Asian Indian, not American Indian, but turban, basically rough clothes, and got a little satchel with him, and still has the third eye.
Yeah.
Right?
And as he walks up, you can tell that is definitely a third eyeball in his
Oh, I thought the
forehead.
turban covered that.
No.
Oh.
He's got it rested above it.
No, I can't. Actually can't cover it without it being painful.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the turban covered it. Okay.
So you want to torture him?
No, I don't.
Poke him in the third eye.
So, and then the wolf and the two cats kind of walk up, and the bear turns to a regular grizzly bear, but it kind of lopes up behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You see that one of the cats, the kind of tortoiseshell calico, kind of moves up to the little girl and just kind of sits on its haunches and shifts, and you can describe your homid character.
As you see.
Yep.
Female, late 20s.
Wait,
Hopefully.
you said as you see.
You are so gonna get kicked.
How tall is she in homid form? She's not very tall, is she?
5'4".
Okay, so
Oh,
yeah,
so she's short.
she's kind of shorter, but she's got the multicolored hair, so she's kind of a punk chick, I guess. And then you see the Baldwin, kind of walk up
Baldwin?
I'm a
to.
Baldwin brother.
Yeah, Baldwin brother. You see the bald, not very attractive girl walk up to Nicole,
How
and
dare you talk about your wife that way? Jeez.
I can because I'm not very attractive either. So it's okay. She walks up, kind of almost behind or next to Nicole, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And just kind of stands there, kind of protectively. The guy with the flannel and the red hair, he kind of moves over behind them, and the wolf and the other cat just kind of walk right up. The wolf actually stops, and this is the first time you've ever seen it. He shapeshifts to homid.
What?
He's never done that before.
Who?
He who sees the ways.
Oh.
He actually shapeshifts to homid, and what you see is basically Scott Glenn, as he is now, kind of older, and he's wearing what looks like
Pudding.
not robes, yeah, pudding wrappers.
Hey, just fair these.
No, it's basically like rustic hand-woven clothes. Like, not exactly like a Ren Fair or Native American, but just very simple, almost peasant clothes that look like they've been
Amish?
handmade. Huh?
Amish.
Yeah, maybe a little
Maybe
bit more
Amish.
Amish, yeah. But yeah, he's got the gray hair and the very straight features and stuff like that. And as he shifts, he kind of looks around and smiles at everyone. He's like, I'm not very comfortable in this form, but it's easier to talk that way. And
Probably just like,
yeah,
whatever.
and you are?
Winnebago.
Consume type.
He says,
Give her a grizzly laugh.
If you're looking for parking validation, I'm afraid I can't help you.
no. Just wanted to say that we are well met, and I hope we didn't interrupt anything you were doing other than moving on.
Just trying to get some sleep until you made all that noise.
Yes. Well, we're sorry about that.
Well, I'm sure I can let it go.
So are you traveling alone?
I kind of look around. Yeah, I guess so.
I reach back and grip one of the beers, and I toss it to Jack.
I wouldn't drink that if I were you.
No.
Yeah, as you toss it to Jack, as soon as it leaves your hand, he's like, and he lets it hit the ground, and he just stomps it and snarls, and he's like, fuck that.
Your senses are still keen, my friend.
Well, that's nasty shit. Yeah, it's pretty clean.
I'm
Actually,
looking it
agreeing.
over.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the cooler is full of it. They were drinking it. I kind of look it over.
You actually see him, like, oh.
So that's what that taste was.
Yeah. He's like, well.
Do I see that label too? The thing.
Yeah. He's like, well, I don't feel so bad for killing him then.
Pentex. I kind of point to the bot thing. Corporation. The Weaver told me the address. I shrugged my shoulders. The factory.
Jack's like, how far away?
I guess it was what they said.
2 states away.
2 states away.
He looks at he who sees ways. He sees ways. We have more pressing business to tend to. He's like, all right.
A bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beer bucket?
Head in a bucket.
Would I need to roll a occult roll or something to know about Pentex?
Yeah, I would allow you to roll occult.
Okay.
And
straight or with?
It's always with a trait. So go ahead and use intelligence, because it's something you would have read about or heard about from others.
I'm gonna take the beer away.
Try for that too.
You want to try it? Yeah.
And I'm gonna basically smash it open with the glaive, so that way it's destroyed, so nobody drinks it.
Actually, as you do that, Jack's like, do it over the fire. It'll burn this crap out.
Or what was the
target number?
Against what?
Let's say target number. For you, it'll be 7. For you, it'll be For you, it'll be 6. For you, it'll be 4.
Okay,
because Gurahl and Pentex.
5.
Okay, yeah, you're like, oh, Pentex. That's the worm.
I didn't know if being from India would.
No, because they're a worldwide corporation that spreads the decay of the worm.
Yeah.
A lot of Indians handle the customer service calls.
Thank you.
Ow. I actually got 9 successes.
What do you think Twinkies are made of?
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Pentex.
Yeah, you have actually heard of Pentex, and you actually know that
You love their beer.
Some of your friends who are Bastet two of them had been killed, and the third one run out of the forest they were staying in because Pentex deforested it for a new plant of some division of theirs. So yeah, you've probably got a particular knowledge of Pentex, or at least what they're accomplishing, what they're capable of.
On what?
And this might have been back in Ireland.
Yeah, probably. So.
So
he who sees the ways is like, well, forgive us.
For that
We are,
same diet and same roll.
we are
Do
a
I need to do that?
newly formed pact, you might say. And we have some important business, but I don't know if you have time to listen to it. Or any desire.
Oh.
Well, if you had some beer, I'd be a lot more inclined to listen.
And Jack kind of like...
Good beer.
6.
Yeah, that truck.
9.
So you pointing to one of those trucks?
Yeah, one of the other trucks. He's like, cooler in the back.
10.
I'm back there, so I just
Yeah, you pop open the latch. Yeah, there's another cooler back there. There's actually...
toss one to him and one to...
Yeah.
Jack.
It's hams. No.
Oh.
It's whatever.
Old
Yeah,
It's whatever.
It's got a bear on it.
Yeah.
Look at you.
He just kind of
Narrows
It's
his
got
eyes.
a bear on it. I'll put it
shakes
down.
his head.
For Bupu, what would the roll for target number have been for the Pentex?
Yeah, let's make it a 6 for her as well.
6? Okay.
I'm good.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Jeez, okay, the cats are like, that Pentex shit. I'm done with that. Yeah, you pretty much know that they are a business that spreads the decay of the worm. So it's like, yeah, their job is to destroy and corrupt. So that's a bad thing.
They got a Dr. Smith.
Yeah, the beer is actually normal beer.
Okay.
And, yeah, so you pop
I
open the
gotta
cooler.
pop it open, smell it and everything, take a sip, then guzzle it, and then I'll probably go ahead and shut the engine off so I don't have to listen to it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you pop open a can. Jack's like, anybody want one?
Yeah.
Okay, so he passes out beers to whoever's there.
Sandwiches too.
I'll probably tell him possibly another one.
Yeah.
He'll hand you his can of beer for 2 sandwiches.
You notice when Jack tosses you the beer, he doesn't like do that, but it kind of tosses it to you, and you can just tell he's maybe trying to scrutinize you a little bit.
He's a bear.
Okay.
And it's almost like
Is it a picnic basket? Yeah. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo.
maybe like almost not a threat, but like a dare.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
Is that Jack?
Like waiting to see how you might react to something, but you don't know what you're reacting to.
Probably would just catch it
Yeah.
and just kind of thanks, and then I'll just go ahead and shove it in my pocket while I finish the other one.
Okay. You notice when you do that, you just kind of like, just kind of,
Unless I have to make any rolls, that's probably what he would do.
pretty much. He just wanted to see how you react to something. So
Oh,
you
no.
do that, and he's like,
It probably is more of like
Yawn
just
in your face.
indifference
yeah,
to it, you know.
yeah,
Like I'm used to that. Whatever.
yeah. And you notice he who sees the ways, when you look back to him, he's kind of watching you too, and he's like, So, you seem unfazed by, for the most part, by our pack.
Oh, I'm pretty phased, all right. I don't see a circus like this every day.
He kind of smiles and says, well, you handled it most well.
Well, I was more interested in finding a ride. You don't have any objections to kind of pat the truck.
He's like, no, not at all. Not at all.
This baby will fit.
I'm gonna go over to one of the other trucks while I'm drinking my beer and see if
Where are you
I can start it.
bound?
One of the trucks you don't, but as you go ahead and roll your
I have.
Spaghetti.
intelligence and repair. He who sees the ways is kind of like, well, we won't deter you any longer, if you wish.
Well, you did say you had a story, and you did provide some beer.
Well, yes, we did. Well, let me tell you a story. And
A man named
would you-
Poor Mountaineer. Really good.
Yeah, I did.
You're like,
Turn the channel. 3
Ow!
you're like, that's a distributor cap. So you can pop the hood and hook up the distributor cap again. So
The Beth Little version.
Probably kind of eye that if I see that going on.
yeah,
Just glance over.
Chiquana, you notice that Cam goes over to one of the other trucks and like tries to start it, and she's like, click, click. You notice she turns the key, opens the hood.
He's not paying attention to words you're saying to him.
Yes.
He's playing his own. He's playing his own.
Chiquana's got his, his headphones on.
Gilligan's Island, very fun.
You see Cam go over to one of the other trucks, reach in, try and start it, and like immediately turns it off, opens the hood, and starts hooking back up the distributor cap.
That was my fault.
He says that. So you hear all that. But yeah, she actually goes over and just hooks up the distributor cap. And she closes the hood. Oh, that was my fault.
Yeah.
So.
This is, and the lug nuts on that one you should probably tighten.
Is there anything wrong with this one?
No, I told them that you were okay, so to fix it.
Told who?
The Weaver.
The Weaver. Okay.
Leave it to Weaver.
And the bear does the shuffle up out of the.
Where's a good cliff when we need one?
Next
Suddenly
stage
the bear has
left.
a cane and a top hat.
Now you gotta do the cats.
Waka waka waka.
People actually get frightened of this group?
The cat's gotta go, exit stage left. And there's like the frog. Now we're gonna do the were-frog. Because the frenzy's got a banjo. Oh, don't make me mad.
I know
Nicole, the were crocodile.
Now I at least know a little bit about the Weaver then, right?
Yeah, you know about the triad, the Weaver in the wild. So it's like, but yeah, the Weaver is kind of.
Whatever, think about vehicles being inhabited by the Weaver, or is that
All
common?
technology.
Yeah, all
things.
mechanics
Okay.
are
Like your guns.
created by the
a couple
like
little
if you went
Weavers.
into the Umbra and looked at your guns, there'd probably be little tiny spiders in
Okay.
there holding them together.
Okay.
So basically, he who sees the ways kind of says, "Well, this might seem odd, and I don't mean to preach, but
Oh, no, preach.
there is a prophecy that I don't know if you've heard anything about a chosen child that would unite the tribes and bring peace to the world."
Yeah, Golden Child. I've seen that.
Give me the knife.
Good
Sorry,
job.
that's like the only part I remember.
It's a good one, though.
He says,
He does say that though. Yeah.
yeah, he says the child is prophesies to perhaps unite the tribes against the coming end times, the Ragnarok, the apocalypse, whatever you want to call it, and possibly gather
Happy hour.
and calm and unite the other denizens of the supernatural, mages, changeling, the fey folk. He would say mages, the fey folk, vampires.
I can't just sneeze.
No, Kialee hissed.
Oh, excuse me.
Kialee hissed at the word of the vampires. And
Actually,
You would have done that. The bear would have been like the hand sandwich.
He says this child needs to spend time with all these races, and she has spent time with our kind and learned our ways well.
Hand you a sandwich.
And you notice when he says it, he's looking at this little girl in front of him. It says, now it is time to escort her
He's
to
like,
her next phase of learning.
No more sandwiches.
And I plan to watch over her myself, but it is very dangerous where we're going.
Ah, that's me.
Yeah.
anything involving vampires is
This
dangerous.
prophecy child, I believe,
Okay.
will
That's
unite
true.
the tribes and
Nothing
actually
drawing is that.
unite the others. She will learn from them all.
That's from our Deadlands campaign.
That's something she wants to
Okay.
Those
do.
were the flying snakes that were attacking us.
He nods and looks at her.
Yeah,
She's
but
like,
he's going, woo!
yeah, if I can help,
The
I want to
wrestling,
do
Ric
it.
Flair.
So where are you going next?
Baseball.
Go
A
back and
town
watch
not
the
far
videos,
from
explains
here,
it all.
maybe 50 miles.
Okay.
Town
It
called
looks like I will
Enlightenment.
have to do so.
Never heard of it.
But yeah, it was dead.
Probably not.
Well,
Not
while
with
he
them.
who sees the ways is busy talking, I'm going to go, so, you are?
Jack actually says, a Riri. Is that what you are? Okay, a Wookiee? Is that what you are?
Oh, from the Star Wars. Yes, that is a good movie.
Takes his paw and carves on the ground. River.
I don't know where there's a river. You know where there's a river?
You gotta go take a picture.
Just turns and starts walking back in the woods.
No, that's his
Apparently there's a
name.
river over there.
Jack's like,
Yeah, he's saying his name is River.
Well, thank you for that. What's yours?
Kialee.
Nice to meet you. There was some very acrobatic stuff going on.
are
You
you,
saw that?
Jack's
Thanks
like,
for the
are you like a party? He said circus. Are you guys acrobats or something? Are you like together, like a team?
River, come back.
We
Please,
will make
my
this
friend.
He stopped, turned back around.
Wait,
I
you
told him
don't
to
even
understand.
know each other?
Jack's like, no, we never got a chance to introduce ourselves. We decided to go kill some people.
Oh.
It happens a lot,
Ah, I see.
at least for us.
Here, while we're sitting here with some light, some calm for now, some beers. That would be a good time to, huzzah!
Jack kind of looks over at you and like, and you are
I'm Ranbir.
Ranbir.
No, Ranbir.
Oh,
Beer
Ranbir.
run.
Ranbir.
Beer.
Beer run.
I'm telling you.
He's like,
I'm from the Punjab.
what's that?
Does what?
Very nice.
The Punjab in India.
Oh, whew.
Oh,
Not what I heard.
I'm not much
That's
on
not
geography.
What I thought I read.
Oh,
The,
well,
the subcontinent.
Dark continent.
No, that's
He
an
who
old
sees the ways is
underground.
like, yes, perhaps we should get to know each other a little better. You see, I've known some of these, and he kind of motions to Chiquana and the two metis. These two metis. He says, I've known them for quite some time, and they've been helping me with this prophecy child, educating her and protecting her. I've met some of them on my travels, and this pack is to break boundaries. If you haven't guessed.
Really?
She is to bring back peace among the changing breeds. Avert the apocalypse. The best way to do that is to get them to work together. So, why don't you all introduce yourselves and tell us what your tribe, if you have one, is?
I'll go ahead and
So we
shift
can
to,
educate our friend Winnebago in
Consume type.
I'll shift to helmet.
Shift to Homid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally.
Jack's like, wow, you're a people guy. That's great. You could have done that when you asked your name.
He still answers.
Okay. Jack actually busts out laughing like, okay, all right, that was good. That was good. I'll give you that.
Sorry. I don't talk very often.
So noted.
I see why.
That's unbearable.
So he who sees the way says,
Did you wake up from your winter nap?
Dorito sandwich.
I am he who sees the ways. I am a child of Gaia. Or child of Gaia. And my purpose is to make sure the prophecy child has her proper education so that the prophecy may come true and avert all kinds of disasters and bring peace and harmony to our peoples once again. And other breeds, which we have warred with in the past and truly regret. He kind of looks at you.
Well, we have met. I'm Chiquana. I am of Crow and of Silent Strider. I have wandered the world and seen many, many things in many tribes. But as he says now, this is no coincidence that we are all together at this time. He has brought us as one. And what an adventure this will make. Or a tale, at least. And those are nice desert eagles.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't really use firearms, but those are cool.
I'll try not to use them on you.
Well, that would be most appreciative. I see Nicole gets friend. No!
Yeah.
No shooting.
I'm Ranbir. I'm a Stargazer from the Punjab originally, but my mentor has told me to wander the world and find my own knowledge. Since there are many ways to look at the stars around the world, I decided to come this way. That I met he who sees the ways, and he convinced me to follow along this direction for a while.
Now, have you found the stars are different here, or all still somewhat they shine the same?
Well, they all shine the same, yes.
Jack, he's like, they call me Mad Jack Mayhem. I'm a Get of Fenris and a metis. He kind of announces it. He's like, and I don't understand what they're talking about. I don't get it.
Probably kind of smile a little bit at that.
So, and when he says metis, he gives you that look like,
You say something about it?
yeah, basically. If you don't, he just kind of like,
What platform is that?
and he kind of looks over at you.
That one is Facebook.
I'm with him. I'm Kayim. I'm a metis.
It's the Record for Society.
I just kind of
I was
shrug.
going to tell Josh. Josh.
And I'm just joining the group to protect the girl, make sure the vampires don't get out of control. You know we're going to go see vampires.
I do now.
Thought you better be informed of that.
If they
You
got
act
out
like
of
I'm
line,
going
it would
with
be
you.
good to have others with us.
No, that's to make sure you have the informed choice when you hide and run the other way.
Oh, hide and run the other way. I think the vampires would probably hide and run away from you guys.
You think so?
Well, if
That
they
would be
didn't buy
nice.
any tickets to the show.
What is it?
It's just like, there were tickets?
Jack's like, oh, tickets.
So that's why I mentioned it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants to introduce themselves next?
Now, could I tell by chances she get a Fenris too, or?
Yeah, you can probably
Okay.
tell she's Get of Fenris.
My name's River. Lockhart.
Oh!
You mind if I call you rah 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 rah?
No,
It's easier.
no. It's right.
Okay, gotcha.
Jesus, get it right. Anyway, he who sees the way and I met a while back while I was getting some cheeseburgers. And, well, that's pretty much it. I'm here now.
Who'd you meet when you
Your
came?
story is
He
great.
who sees the ways.
Oh, okay. Sees the way.
That guy can eat cheeseburgers.
You see the ways actually, they were good.
They were good.
They were.
Coming Kialee. When I have to use a last name for the amongst the humans, Calico. for her last name. But obviously you understand that I don't like vampires at all. They're responsible for my first rage. There was a old woman that fed me milk all the time on the edge of town. And they came to visit her one night.
Start opening up the second.
And so I had to try to defend her. And that's when I raged the first time, and I killed that vampire. It turned out she was just a young one, newly turned.
Oh, a vampling.
Well, she still sucked.
What have you?
Well, they all do.
But have you gotten control of that? Because we're going to be meeting some.
Eating some?
Maybe.
Ooh, yummy.
Perhaps it would be good.
I can control it. Not gonna like it.
Are they friend or foe?
But
He who sees the ways holds up his hands like, well, we'll get to that. We haven't properly met you very well either yet.
I am Bupu. I am what?
River just stares at you.
Not Poopy Poopy.
Jack's like, Poop Lagoon?
Bupu.
What?
Poop Lagoon?
Poop Lagoon.
That's cute.
What is that? Woman?
Yeah, but Bastet.
Oh,
You know you're a
Yeah.
sneaky boom bastard.
She says, he says, I have not met you before, but this was a chance encounter, if you believe in such things.
I do not. There's just only fate.
As I tend to agree with.
I agree with that as well.
Now, to put your mind at ease,
Sandwich.
Kialee, the vampires we are going to, I have actually spoken to. They are a unique group of vampires.
Do they glow in the dark?
No, but they're prince. The prince of the city. They follow some sort of hierarchy. In the city, there is a prince, someone who controls the vampires, makes them follow the rules and things of that.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. 'Cause
Well,
it's fitting.
she is Gangrel,
So now.
which
That's
is
not live on here.
somewhat animalistic,
Okay.
a bit more
Oh.
closer to what we are, not
Yeah.
Facebook.
But
Oh,
they're
that's
Werewolf
what
vampires?
you do.
sort of.
No.
They're not shape changers, but they can
Yeah,
assume
Cameras doing
wolf form.
the YouTube.
That's just weird.
And they are much more at home in the woods than other of their kindred.
It would still be good for one
She
who
is the prince, so she is in charge of
But
the
the
city.
Facebook
There are other vampires there, but they all have a common
environment for live.
ideal, a common
So does
goal
TikTok.
of
Yeah, but
trying
Facebook
to
doesn't.
encourage peace among their kind. What's very interesting about this particular gangrel is around
Is it
Enlightenment
Facebook?
there are 2 packs of Gurahl
YouTube and
who
Facebook.
live in those woods.
Okay.
2 small
That was
packs.
understood.
One is Get of Fenris,
Yeah,
and the
they
other are
do.
Black Furies.
No, you don't have to.
And she was actually able to garner a peace between them.
She said Black Furies and River's eyes would
Also,
go, shit, not them.
Yeah. He says she has actually managed to garner a peace between these 2 tribes, which, as we all know, Get of Fenris and Black Furies would rather kill each other than speak. And they are on good terms with themselves and with this prince. That tells me, and as you say, I don't believe in coincidence either, werewolves and vampires in this area living in some sort of truce, if not peace, is exactly what Nicole needs, the safety and protection she needs to learn.
And then it is good too. There is one who is wary of them among us.
Exactly.
Under these
what?
Black Furies and Get know they need to be
Oh, that's
trucing on
fine.
us too.
I've spoken to their leaders. Yes.
We will give them an education if need be.
That's
They-
right.
they
That's,
are-
you know that's right.
They are aware of our
Mark
arrival,
age.
and we should probably approach them first, and they have offered to escort us into town to meet this prince formally. The kindred, as they call themselves, are very, very big on pomp and circumstance in a way. So we need to be
Oh,
formally
man.
presented. We will leave
That'd be
Nicole
nice.
with this prince and her ilk, but the Get and the Black Furies will be watching over her quite a bit while she is there.
We will leave her completely alone.
well, not completely alone. It is part of her learning if she is to become what she is to fully become in the prophecy.
Okay.
He's like, don't worry, I will visit her because there is something I want her to learn that will connect her to you. I will be spending a little extra time to teach her a certain gift. We will ensure she is safe. And I think she can start to handle herself, can't you, my dear? And she's like, yeah, I'm good.
Her hair.
She kind
of walk by and
Yeah.
tap you on the back, Chiquana.
and Jack rustles your hair.
It took a week to bark that.
But he who sees the ways says, that is where we are going. We are going to escort Nicole to her next step on her journey. And then we are going to find where our journey leads us. It will not be the last you see of her, of course. When her training is complete, we will have to find her, collect her, and take her to the next step of her journey.
We do? The vampires won't take care of that themselves?
Well, it's best for her to be around us as much as possible. She will stay with them for a time. Then we will come back and get her and take her to the next step of her journey. Which I have...
That's good to know.
I have a
Sounds
connection of people that I think she could learn from next. Who won't be quite as dangerous to her as where she's going next. But this will teach her bravery, self-reliance, and to watch herself. She needs to learn those early on. This will be a perfect opportunity. And as I said,
7.
she is a child. The prophecy child is not... The prophecy is not the prophecy child because she's 32. He kind of smiles. The end times are upon us. If she is to learn, she needs to learn quickly.
She needs to play too. Here.
Go fetch.
Fetch! Jack's like, ooh, son of a bitch! Yeah, I was talking about that. What We Do in the Shadows. That show where the vampires and the werewolves, and they're gonna battle. Choose your weapon. And the big Krynos is standing there, and the vampire's like, squeak, squeak, throws it over the edge of a building, and the guy's like, jumps off the building, and they're like, what the hell? It's so funny. Choose your weapon. Squeak, squeak. So, anyway, he says,
It's a laser light.
so we are going to have to escort her to Enlightenment. And that is the next step of our journey, or her journey, and then ours will part ways for a while. But I have spoken to the Get and the Black Furies, the elders. The elders of the Get is known as Skin Ripper McCready, a pleasant name. He looks at Jack. Jack's like, here's a pleasant name for a Get. He's like, and Athena, who is the elder woman of the Black Furies. So they will watch her from a distance as well, or as much as they can. They do travel into town from time to time, unlike some of us.
And if you look at the description, it actually has the...
I think we should go. The reason we tell you this, Winnebago, is,
Bless
as,
you.
as we say, we don't believe in coincidence. We believe in fate. And it seems unusual that we had agreed to meet at this clearing, and it seems very fortuitous that you and Bupu actually stumbled upon us. Most interesting, I would say.
Well, I happen to think it probably is just coincidence.
That was smart.
Could be.
But front row seat, I guess it could be entertaining.
You don't get me into trouble.
At that it could.
You plan on flying there on a magic carpet or what?
He kind of looks, he's like, why no, I was going to walk, but he kind of looks at the three vehicles. Why walk if we don't have to?
Excuse me.
Okay. Chiquana pulls out a little piece of mirror. Be right back.
Just these first.
Did that mirror happen to be angled where I could see it? Because I do have the slip sideways.
Okay. All right. Roll perception and alertness. Target number of 9.
I actually probably would have went over to the mirror on the on the vehicle. And
The
turn
vehicle. Yeah, go ahead and we'll target perception alertness. Target number 9. Tell me if you get anything.
He disappears and so does the Silent Strider.
Well, a 10 and a 1, so
You got one success.
one success.
Okay.
Because the
Yeah.
counts as...
So basically, you're like, turn the mirror, and you're standing behind him, and you're like, and you see the guy with the third eye just kind of, he just like, huh, and disappears.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's all
He's
right.
in there taking a shit.
Very good. I'm like, oh, pull up the pants. Jeez, man.
This is private time. That's why I came to
There's
the
like a
Umbra.
spider's like right there. Eek!
The spider's dressed in some weird lingerie.
Jeez, man. I was about to like technically score. Technically.
Where is it?
Oh, God.
No. I'm in the Umbra. You can't affect me.
That's an awful saucy thing to do.
Sausage.
That would be Bobby.
I go, well, I'm going to speak of the Weaver, my friend. Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't.
No, here.
Oh.
Then come over here. Now let
Okay.
this thing crawl on you.
Have you ever seen Raiders of the Lost Ark? Same thing.
Yeah.
And I basically,
Yeah, you watch him actually speak to the Weaver.
it's
and
very
he-
like short and to the point.
Yeah.
And well, we really need to get somewhere, and we'll guarantee you'll be taken care of if you fix yourself enough to last that long.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's the same time you did last time, so they're all like, okay. Yep.
Well,
You
I
gave
think
us
it worked.
you've given us a purpose.
Yep.
We must fulfill the purpose.
So they start fixing themselves and
Okay.
running around. And you see all the spiders.
Next thing you know, the
Interesting.
pickup trucks are Lamborghinis.
So after a few moments, they come out of the Umbra. While they're in the Umbra,
Have you been in the Umbra much? You've seen
Well, yeah.
downtown.
he who sees the ways kind of looks at you
Is that how you
two,
came
and
across
he's
the
like,
ocean?
No.
"This is going to be interesting on our journey,
Don't
but
always
I
have
have
control
gifts
over
for you
when I
if you would accept
slip
them."
through.
Oh, truly.
I understand
Why
that
is
you
that?
have
It's just-
problems
you see the mirror and
entering
glow
the
and-
spirit
Yeah,
world as
pretty
we
much,
do.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
are
Is that because
divided
of the eye,
from it.
or?
Yes.
He actually
No,
kind of
not
reaches
necessarily.
into
That is-
what looks like a pouch that's
Mm.
dedicated to him, so
Not
he pulls out
functional.
2 little necklaces. And at
Oh,
the end
is
of the
it? It's
necklace,
No.
it
I
looks
don't
like
actually
a
see-
dream catcher,
Maybe
but
you
it
do.
has like
That's why you go on the Umbra so well.
a
Maybe.
piece of
I don't
turquoise
know.
and a piece of
Time
silver
you could learn how to
and a
use
little
it, my
piece of
friend.
mirror woven into it. And they're about that big each. And he kind of hands one to each of you. And he says, "These are fetishes that will allow you to enter the Umbra much easier. But when you enter the Umbra, you must be touching someone who goes.
Do you
So
What?
when our friend Chiquana
Like-
goes
So
to
it's
the
like, it's
Umbra,
like a tag along.
yes.
I like it.
Now,
It's pretty good.
one important thing, when you go into the Umbra, you must stay next to the person you traveled
Well, not-
with, or you will
Indian
get
food,
lost
but Indian
easily.
food.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah.
Sit next
curry
to
is always-
Yeah.
what kind
It's
of
spicy curry. Yeah.
distance?
Definitely within arm's reach, perhaps closer.
Mhm.
Should you get out of arm's reach, the mists of the Umbra may take you and separate you. So stay close. But
See.
you can enter the Umbra this way much easier. This was made by a friend of mine. An old friend of mine. So
Made from a
ancient
friend of
one.
mine.
His name is Wizzo. You have seen him on the show. Doody.
In game terms, will this fetish automatically be dedicated to us, or do I need
no,
to do the right?
it's you'd have to have a rite of talismanic dedication to have it changed. Otherwise, you wear it when you shapeshift, it'll stay on you. But if it gets knocked off, you'll have to find it, or you've lost it. But if somebody can perform the rite of talismanic dedication, it will be with you all times. Whatever shapeshift you're in, it'll meld into your skin or be a part of your pattern, whatever.
That was my next question.
I have that covered.
So you can dedicate it.
Snooty.
Very good.
Wait.
It's a cat thing.
Right of
He
It's a
contrition.
cat thing.
Right?
Meow.
Huh?
Is that right of contrition?
Rite of talismanic dedication.
Oh, okay. So, can I do that for his thing, or it's only to myself?
Not necessary.
No.
I can do it.
You can do it.
Oh, okay.
Now, you could do it for Bupu. If you
Okay,
want.
I can do
to
that.
her too.
So
But you
She's
do
doing
some
what
change.
it's
What?
the apocalypse. Sorry, the apocalypse.
You want me to do it? I'll do it. I'll do it.
Maybe I'll go with my feelings familiar. I feel much safer.
Oh, I'll do it just fine. What? I'll dedicate.
Poof!
Oh! Well, that pine cone didn't mean it to go on your head.
Cats love it. So yeah, you guys can take a few moments and do the rite of talismanic dedication. So you guys have them now attacked.
Did I need to do a roll on that?
No, I'm not gonna make you roll.
Alright.
So the cars seem to be working. They have their necklaces.
like
He who sees the ways is like, well, if you'll. It was very nice to actually see you all in this form. It's much easier to communicate, but I'm much more comfortable in my natural form.
Same here.
And he basically shifts
That's
to.
kind of funny, big old bear.
Well, actually, when you say same here, he's like, I don't know how many bears travel into Enlightenment. You may.
I'll stay like this for now.
That's fine.
Well, unless needed.
Well, the traveling, if you wish, but
Right.
be aware that.
It's like Hulk in the back of that Avengers movie.
It's like, the cops are like, look, that guy's got looks like a husky in the back seat. A couple cars, a couple cats in that car. Did he have a bear?
Actually,
did he have a bear? And was it dancing? Because I think it was
does have an
dancing.
affinity to
please
dance.
have it dance. No, the what's the one movie with the bear?
Which one?
The animated movie with the
Baloo?
Brother Bear?
Yoga bear.
No, the bear and the deer.
The bear and the deer, yeah.
Open season.
Open season, yeah. But when it starts and the bear's riding in the back of the Jeep,
Yeah,
Baloo,
that's right.
Baloo? I can't remember.
Baloo.
Something along those
Jungle
lines.
I can't remember.
That's Jungle Book,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Jungle Book.
So he reverts to
No,
Lupus.
I thought it was Boog.
Boog.
Jack and Kim
Yeah,
are going to
that's-
stay homed.
Boog.
So what forms do you guys want to take? I mean, do you stay in your Lupus? You're going to go to Ursine for traveling, or?
No, I'm staying in human.
So as I say, Ursine is like, get in the back, and the whole truck. So.
I'm staying in Homewood
Okay.
while we're traveling.
Actually, I'll stay home and
I think
if
it's
if we're gonna be
we're
riding,
lightweight.
I actually get in the
Yeah.
back of one of the pickups.
Okay.
And
Yoga.
yoga-
Sit in the dashboard.
sit
Oh
there.
yeah.
Recline,
Start looking at the
recline,
stars,
Mr.
'cause, you know.
Sun.
Okay.
We've got the perfect view.
All 40 pounds of me.
Yeah, you're on this side, I'm on this side. Wait.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
driving one of the trucks, but since we're going into town, I'm going to hide my beauty. Don't want everybody to get jealous.
Yeah. So who has drive?
Not me.
Okay.
Sue might have drive with her.
I'm sure you do.
Yes, I have drive.
Okay, so you're driving the truck, you're driving the truck, and I'm driving the truck. Because we're the only three who drive. So Jack reaches
We
in,
thought ahead.
finds
I
one of
have
these
drive, too.
hats.
I have drive.
Oh, dude.
Sex drive.
He kind of
Sex
pulls
drive.
it. He kind of pulls it down over his ugly features. Kind of hunkers down, and he's got a strength of 6 because of his totem. So he's like Schwarzenegger, like Roddy Piper from They Live is what he looks
There
like.
you
So
go.
he kind of gets into the little S10. Can I have that Ford over there? This is kind of.
It's like Hightower from
Oh,
Police.
wow.
Yeah.
Rip out the front seat,
Rips
sit in the
out the
back.
front seat.
Yeah. So anybody can pile in to
I'll
whatever
probably
car.
run and get what stuff I have at my little campsite there.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and grab all your
Whatever.
stuff.
Truck Jack's driving, I'm riding shotgun.
Shotgun.
The bear and Jack in the S10.
That's oh yeah.
It's like no room.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
Square to the buffer.
I need to adjust the review.
Bear 7 foot
The
tall.
spider's like, hey, I don't know. Hey, he said he's going to take care of us. I don't know. That's
Kind of like
what
when I
I'm
gave you a
taking care
ride,
of.
picked you up in Abingdon in our little
Right?
shadow,
Oh
or
my
not the
God.
shadow, but the
Oh, the Cavalier?
Cavalier.
That was horrible. Yeah.
Like, I need to
And
adjust
I gave you
the
a ride
mirror.
by Sebring. The door doesn't shut now. You bent the front.
What was it? I put my arm somewhere and something broke, wasn't it? Or something
Well,
like
that was the dashboard. That's because it was already falling apart. But yeah, I had to like the door hanging because the frame was bent.
Peanuts, please.
You want some peanuts?
Yeah.
He likes the penis.
Yeah, he wants some of your nuts. Bobby.
Yeah. Salty nuts in my mouth. That's great. Okay.
Got some sweet ones.
Okay.
Got cockpocalypse and poop.
So you guys all
really
pile in the
good.
separate trucks. You guys are on the dashboard of one of them in your feline form. Oh. Honey roasted cat.
So, which one are you guys in? With the
Probably not theirs, unfortunately.
yeah.
Are we really in an
He's
S10?
riding with Jack.
Huh?
Is it an S10 that we're riding in?
Probably.
Sweet. I just want to make sure the radio works, that's all.
So the
Here, let me change the channel.
I got it.
Those are shoulder to shoulder.
Change it with my tongue.
Neat.
Well,
so where did Nicole? I'm guessing that Nicole and Chiquana got in the same vehicle.
I would say Nicole and Chiquana got in the truck with Kayim.
All right.
Yes, in
I'll
front
go
with
ahead
me.
and get in the back in the bed of the truck that Winnebago's
Okay.
claiming.
And you guys want to be on the dashboard of Winnebago? Or Kayim?
Yeah,
I think the
with
Winnebago.
Winnebago, yeah.
Aren't
All right.
you just special? Everybody likes Winnebago.
I figure I probably
Well,
ought to, I probably ought to just
You've already got-
on the
And probably
passenger
use the ways
side.
probably with.
Yeah, they're both in the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is this a manual S10 or is it automatic?
Automatic, thank God.
I didn't say manual.
You'd be like,
It's like nope.
I'm
nope.
not getting
It'd be like
fresh.
reverse shift.
I was just gonna say that.
Is that
For me?
He gets a one in drive because he's shifting for Jack the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, not that gear lever. The other gear lever. Get your hand out of my lap.
Why do you have one first and a half now?
First and a half.
First and a
You hear
half.
that grind like, ah!
It's like, there's a problem with the gear lever. What? I pulled it out. Son of a
Where
bitch.
does this go?
Okay. So you guys head down the road. As you kind of pull out back onto that country road where the guys ran, roll your perception and alertness. Target number of 9.
Okay. Perception is 4, and alertness is 1, so 5 dice.
Actually, make it 8. I'm sorry, make it 8.
Not at all. 1, 1, 4, 4.
What was it
You're
again? I'm sorry.
meditating.
What was the
Target number is 8.
8?
For what was it? Perception and what?
Alertness.
Okay, so that's a 1.
4.
5.
4,
So
4.
no,
1.
because the 1 counteracts the 8.
What's the difficulty?
8.
So then no.
5.
So she had 0.
Okay. You're meditating.
Totally.
You get on the dashboard and you're immediately like, oh, this is nice. What'd you get? 1?
1.
Okay. Anybody who got 2 or less sees a sign as you guys get back out on the road. It says Enlightenment 50 miles. So you're like, oh, okay, well, this is the way. Anybody who got more than 2 successes sees the shadows of about 5 guys out in a field running that way. They're pretty far out there.
I reach over.
Hey, fella, you're a turkey, you know that? So basically, you guys
Oh, I
drive
didn't
on.
mean to flip off all of face. Sorry.
That's rude. So basically, you guys all head on the road to Enlightenment.
We're on the road to Enlightenment.
Yeah,
On the road.
Yeah, it's
On the
it's,
road.
it's
it's almost-
8:49. Does anybody need to stop, or do you want to go a little bit longer? What do you think?
Probably a good place to stop.
Could
Yeah.
be. Yeah, you want to stop there?
Yeah, because you gotta
Okay.
be done by 9, don't you?
9:30ish. Yeah.
Okay.
Nine,
You know,
9's better than 9:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say we still got a little bit of cleaning up to do with everything and packing up. So
Okay. So we'll stop there. You're headed to the town of vampires. Lovely. But you know you're supposed to stop somewhere and supposedly encounter the guru that live outside of town. So he who sees the way
That'll go
seems to
wonderfully.
know. Yeah. He
What,
seems
what
to
was
know
what was the name of that fetish?
Oh, what's the name of it?
Yeah.
It was just called a fetish, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, there should be a name for it. Call it. What would they refer to it as? Fellow traveler. So okay, I hope that was cool.
Thank Thank you, DM.
Yay!
Got the pack together. What a weird pack this is.
You can go ahead and reach over and turn the
Okay.
recording off there.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.